Welcome back, everyone.
All right,
Whoops.
so apparently I'm running the game now.
Oh,
Hey. All right. Well, I guess you're doing the opening announcements.
Oh, of course. I screwed that up. No, never mind. Nope, nope.
it doesn't look
Oh,
like I don't did I change too?
I am so sorry. I wanted to do a surprise reveal. It didn't go as planned.
oh no. Welcome, everybody. Minus some technical difficulties. Back to Singularity roleplay. I need to get into character a minute. Oh, that was good. That was good. Welcome back, everybody, to Singularity Roleplay. Tonight we're in for quite a session. As you can see, we have a new guest with us. But before we start doing introductions and monologues, a little bit of a disclaimer and warning. Tonight, our game is going to have the following content warnings: elderly abuse, elderly abuse, drugs, gang violence, and familial anger, I suppose. We around the game table have our uh, we around the game table have our specific tools in place for when things go awry, but maybe you don't have any for our story, or maybe something comes up that just bothers you a little too much. If that happens, please, at any point during the game, step away, catch a breath, and hopefully we'll find you back here. Since for some reason I can't see the overlay, I'm just going to start with our Discord overlay over here with Fail. If you want to introduce your character.
All right, so yes, I'm Shock Point Failure. I'm reprising my role as Armit Moreno, or a lovable little odd jobs man who works literally everywhere, knows everybody, and has a undervalued philosophy degree. Uh, yeah, he needs more money. He's getting really tired of sleeping on his favorite baker's couch. So But yeah, also apparently last session I may or may not have gotten a cursed shaving razor. So I'm gonna have fun with that. I was gonna have fun with me. One of the two. Don't know. Janie, what you doing?
Apparently, I'm the character who has the money for your character, Lola Prescott, the very legitimate businesswoman who just wants to be legitimate and who is really mad at all of you. So I'm just going to give it to Meg.
I don't know what I did, so I don't know why you're mad at me. Hi
Okay, maybe
everybody, I'm Meg. I'm Meg or Meg Mysteria. Yes, I am guest starring tonight. However, these people don't know who I am, so we're gonna save the introduction of my character for later.
I'm here for it. And I am your MC for the evening. My name is Alan. And we're going to go ahead and start, as always, with a monologue. Mrs. Hart.
Ms. Hart, Your Honor.
Apologies, ma'am. Ms. Hart, can you explain what happened on the evening of Skylar's arrest?
I looked out over the people staring throughout the courtroom. The fear on my baby's face, the blatant attempt at intimidation on the investigator's face, and the judgmental stares of the bystanders and jury. Even the cowards that threw their friend under the bus to save their own skins. Do you swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, in the name of God? Now I ask a silly question like that. Of course I would.
That man sitting next to the prosecutor.
But
Oh, my bad.
that man sitting next to the prosecutor, I said as I pointed to the beady-eyed monster, shoved me aside and assaulted my boy Skylar, pinned him to the wall, beat him senseless, and dragged him to the ground to put some cuffs on him. Threatened him with his gun. I cried and pleaded with him to stop. Skylar wasn't even fighting back. And then he threatened me, saying I could either follow him to the station or sit with him in the back seat of the car for obstructing justice. Your Honor, where is the justice in beating the hell out of a child who wasn't even resisting an arrest?
What happened when you got to the station?
They showed me his file and a warrant to search my house and cars. They said he'd been selling drugs, being some kind of mule for a cartel. They didn't find anything, so there was nothing to find. I know my boy. He wouldn't do anything like that.
We've got several eyewitnesses who say otherwise.
Eyewitnesses? You mean the corrupt investigator and those so-called friends trying to save their own hides? My skin crawled like insects squirming around underneath it. It made my blood burn.
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you to keep your temper in check before I have you escorted from this courtroom and your account stricken from the rector.
Itching, trickling. Their minds are already made up, I realized.
Please step down from the stand. Attorneys, please make your closing statements before the jury returns to their chambers to deliberate.
It didn't even take them 10 minutes before those 12 soulless, uneducated people were sitting back in the courtroom.
We find the defendant guilty of all charges.
On what grounds?
Ms. Hart, take your seat before I have the bailiff escort you out. The defendant, Skylar Hart, will spend 15 years in incarceration with option for parole for good behavior after 10 years.
All I could do was watch as my terrified little boy looked back at me with tears in his eyes before being cuffed and taken away by an officer. The bailiff wouldn't let me get anywhere near him, so I could only shout, "Don't worry, sweetheart. Mama's gonna fix all of this. You'll be out soon." I'm going to fix all of this.
So, it's been quite a while for our investigators. In the last session, things kind of went awry. Oh, oh. Things kind of went awry. Uh, we had Lola and Amit having to follow up on a lead that led, or they following up on a lead about who the real culprit was behind all the murders. With a run-in, whoa,
Sorry.
with a run-in with Angela Fleet, also known as "quote unquote" the Guillotine Killer. She made them realize that she was doing what she could to protect her daughter. Their story took them up to a corrupt judge who slept with a prostitute and was trying to cover it up after being blackmailed by the mob. The two of them turned a blind eye as Angela took justice into her own hands, and with justice absolved, she moved on. Amit, last we left off, you had found yourself in front of the mirror with a pair of razor blades. You saw a very unsettling figure in the mirror, but for the last 2 weeks, it's been very quiet. You haven't heard much. You haven't really seen the razors much around your house. I don't know where you've hidden them, but right now they're out of sight and out of mind. What have you been up to for the last couple of weeks?
Uh, let's see. Work from my favorite restaurant has been a bit lackluster, so I've probably been doing some odd jobs around town. Uh, at this particular moment, I'm probably leaving my Jamal's place. I did tell him that I was going to visit last time, and probably have a bag of cookies.
Yeah,
Figure,
he's
I might be on my way over to Noah. I feel like he probably needs some company, and I have way too many cookies for me to eat by myself. So I'm taking the thieves' highway across town to Noah's place.
nice. Brings us to Noel. Noel, what's it been like for you for the last month? No, you've been busy.
As I was saying, essentially Noel has been working with Mads to strengthen his underground empire. You know, make sure that he's got his eyes and ears on the streets, and also to ensure that any of the product that is leaving Mads's business isn't killing people anymore. That it's up to a standard of quality, and that it's going out, and that they know, you know, where it's going out. That it's very controlled. Because, you know, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know.
Fair enough. Before I get into the interaction between Amit and Noel, I'm gonna go check on Lola. Lola, how have you been?
Lola has been dramatically ignoring everyone. Well, she's got breakup music like blasting in her house.
It's all by myself, just playing on repeat.
We got like air
Yeah.
supply, or like what level of breakup music are we at here? Are we on like boy band, or are we on like 80s like?
No,
Oh,
it's
she's full on into like the 80s, 90s ballads.
Okay.
see, I was expecting like My Chemical Romance or something.
That was probably before. Now she's like
I
on to the.
fought so hard, but in the end.
But if anybody's contacting her, she'll just have a secretary or someone just leave a message that she's busy. She has been focusing on like empire work, but not, just at a distance. I'm sure her kids are really annoyed at the music by now.
Mm.
She's like sitting at the table in one of those dramatic robes, drinking wine, and just looking really sad.
The long flowy ones with the fluffy ends.
Yeah.
So So I'm actually going to start here with Lola. Lola, there's a bit of a flashback. Just after the murder of the judge, it's been about a few days. You received a phone call.
Hello?
Listen, there's only so much you can avoid me before you actually have to talk to me.
I have a meeting in like 1 minute. I'm sorry, can I talk to you later?
You keep saying that, Lola. We need to talk.
I'm just really, really busy. I've got a lot going on.
Fine. And she hangs up. We move back to present day. There is another phone, or there is another ring on your phone.
Hello?
Lola, it's Tabitha. Can we finally talk?
I don't really know what we could talk about right now.
How about the fact that I was eventually going to tell you about my girlfriend and everything?
Well, I had to find out while I was in the middle of something else very important.
I know it's not fair to you. Let's just say it wasn't fair to me either when you decided to run off with what's his name.
Well, I apologize for that. I thought I was making the right choice at the time, which clearly it wasn't.
Yeah, well, history's history. We need to talk about the future.
Well,
It's your
you have your girlfriend, correct?
I do. I just need to talk to you for more than just 5 seconds over the phone.
Very well. Do you want to come here or should I go there?
Not tonight. Maybe tomorrow night at the club. You know, the one where we first went out.
I'll make time in my schedule for that.
Sweet. I'll talk to you later.
Bye. She just hangs up.
Linda Belcher voice. Not tonight. No. Not tonight. Noel, there's a knock at your door.
Point of order. Window. There's a knock at your window.
Sorry, knock at your window.
I see. There's a problem there. I don't answer unconventional entrances to my office.
Do you at least look to see what it is?
I mean, I'll look. I'll be curious as to what is hitting my window because I know that there's no trees that could be blown into the window. So
So yeah, you see Ahmed pretty much hanging from. I'm going to assume the ledge above your window because it sounds like you don't even have a fire escape.
no, I when I bought the building, I had the fire escape removed for reasons.
Yeah. So I'm full on Assassin's Creeding this. I'm hanging off of the wall itself, knocking. In my hand, there's a bag of cookies. Just wave them.
I just I slide open the window. You know we have like a door and an elevator, stairs.
And this was faster.
Sure, I'm sure it was.
May I come in?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to come in.
Thank you. All right. So I just shimmy on in. I got cookies. Want some?
Oh no, I'm good, thank you.
How you been?
I've been doing all right. Been keeping an eye on Mads, making sure that things don't get out of hand on that level.
Yes, you're good-hearted necromancy. I don't even know what to call it.
Let's not worry about it.
Right. So
There is a knock at your door.
At this hour? What time is it?
I'd say it's probably about 6 or 7 p.m.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like if I'm saying like at this hour, it's like 10 a.m. and business hours should be business hours. I guess I'll. Sorry about this, Amit. Let's. I'm just gonna go see who that is, and
take your time.
so I go to answer the door.
Do you have one of those like frosted glass doors with your name on it?
Of course, every door in the building is frosted glass.
Okay, cool. So you're looking through the frosted glass to see a figure almost 7 feet tall and about as wide as maybe a little bit wider than your doorway.
Is it Bear? Oh my God, it's Bear! I'm gonna open the door. Bear, buddy.
The guy looks down at you and says, "Wrong ration."
Oh, you're not Bear. I don't like you. Go away.
And he ducks his head through your doorway before pushing you aside and just walks in.
Oh, of course he does.
Amit, you just realize that as this man walks in, the room gets significantly darker.
Oh shit. So yeah, Amit literally says, "Oh shit," and just like dives behind whatever seat he was sitting in.
Don't go anywhere, little one. I have business to discuss.
Well, as you can see, this business is, I'm a private investigator. I investigate things. So are you needing me to look into something, or are you just here to waste my time?
My brother is highly recommended you. I dislike my brother, but perhaps extra eyes will help make this case go by quicker.
Sure.
Allow me to introduce, not quite associate, Ms. Hart.
Well, hello, gentlemen. I lost my accent there. Well, hello, gentlemen.
Hey, I couldn't help but notice that you lost your accent there.
Please strike that from the record.
I am a very observant private investigator. Something is not right here.
No, it's just that I can't consistently do an accent without getting in character. And I was surprised.
Smooth. Ms. Hart is on same track, looking for a specific someone. I want to hire you and your group into looking into the death of my father.
Oh, okay. And your father was...
Igor Bezhnov lived over at the Greener Pastures Retirement Home.
Greener? Ooh. Did you love your father?
Love is a strong word.
Well, I'm just wondering, as someone who's concerned about his father's death, why he would have put him in Greener Pastures. That place is like not even half a star rating. I hear that they make their residents make license plates.
Oh, it's not so bad. I have an old friend who lives there.
Mm-hmm.
No. In terms of payment, you do case for me, I look another way about you and your associate trying to undercut my business.
Me and what associate?
He pulls up his phone and pulls up a video in which you find Mads currently tied up with a gun to his head.
Yeah, buddy. I don't know if you want to do that. Mads isn't right in the head, and he's got a thing for guns.
You watch as he pulls out a 500 Smith & Wesson from a from a rib holster. This thing is as big as your forearm and looks just like the one Wednesday carries.
It's a very dangerous game that's happening there.
I'm just gonna reach into my pocket and I'm gonna be like, so you brought a gun to a straw fight?
No, please do not piss off the living shadow monster.
Wait, which one?
The literal living shadow monster.
No, have you noticed that the room in here is unnaturally dark yet?
I'm not that observant of a PI.
All right.
Now, they told me you'd be an interesting character.
Who is they? Where do you people keep getting my number? Look, I'm just trying to have a nice conversation with my friend here. I'm just trying to help my buddy Mads get back on his feet after a devastating loss. I don't want any part of the criminal underground. I just want to live my life. I just want to drink my Capri Suns and let things be as they are.
So it just so happens that your friend Mads happens to run quite a bit of drugs through his business.
I know what Mads
Same-
does. How do you think I bought this building?
The same drugs that were killing people and framing my organization for it.
Hey, look. You need to talk to Bear about that, okay?
So then you'll do the case.
Sure.
Good. I will see you in 1 hour at Greener Pastures. Bring your team.
What do you think I got like a fucking bat signal? I'd just be like Avengers Assembled? It's not gonna happen. I don't really have a team. I'm a private. What part of? You know what? Never mind. Just please get out of my office.
See you soon, gentlemen. Assume it was a southern accent because
I can't help but notice
I
you
can't
lost
keep
your
it up.
accent again.
Oh, we're just gonna pretend.
So yeah, as soon as they leave, Ahmed is just going to say, "So I already shot a text over to the others because I feel like that they were the ones that he was referring to as your team. Once again, please do not piss off the living shadow monster."
And once again, I have to ask, which one do you not want pissed off? Myself or the other living shadow monster?
Oh, okay, this is going to get confusing. I usually think you were more of a vampire than a shadow monster.
Kind of goes hand in hand.
Okay.
If Amit is so inclined, if he looks on the on my desk there in the corner, he'll find a book. And that book will have a name, like it'll be open to like a page, a bunch of like passages about a certain entity named Macaw.
Gesundheit.
So a quick side glance. See that as a, huh. Okay, I'm still gonna refer to you as Dracula.
Sure.
And I'm sorry to say from Lola, you just get a auto vacation reply.
At office.
Yeah.
And Vincent is still not answering his phone. What's going on with him? Oh wait.
So, Ms. Hart, do you ride with Ivan then?
I don't see why not.
Cool. You jump into his motorcade, which is several black SUVs full of Russians, and you jump into the one that he is in.
Sorry, I hope you don't mind. We're going to the same place after all.
So tell me, what is your fascination with Wednesday?
Just looking into some old history. I'm more curious about why you have a gun that looks like his. I thought that was a one of a kind.
There were two made by the same maker, a man named Ivaldi. Made one for him, one for me.
That means you two have gone back a while then, haven't you?
The little family history, you might say.
Now forgive me if this is a bit rude, but family as in mafia family or family as in blood?
Family,
Again.
family. But Wednesday is my brother.
Curious. Seemed like he always acted alone. You would think someone would stand with their family, right?
You don't understand the history we have. There is no love lost between us.
I see.
While the two of you are driving off, Lola, what are you up to right now that you're, away on business?
Well, there was the wine drinking and the really bad movie watching, and then I got ready to the club.
I was gonna say, what are you watching, Velocipaster?
That's not a breakup movie. Come on, you got to get like.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get like
It's
the
breakup.
let's see, you like 10 Things I Hate About You, like the rom com, like oh tugs at my heartstrings, or you go the absolute like I just want to cry, me and Earl and the Dying Girl, 5 Feet Apart. You know what?
She's watching Atonement.
Oh damn!
Goddamn. Lola, there is a knock at your door.
I want to say she's getting ready, and she opens it. Just looks annoyed because there's nobody there to open it for her. Her kids have disappeared, probably sick of all of the breakups.
They needed a little joy in their life and a little less emo. By the way, Twitch, this right here is a prop. It's not a real cigarette, okay? You open the door, and There is a gentleman standing there in a gray trench coat. He's got a cigarette in his mouth with an eye patch over his eye. It says, "You Lola?"
Yes, who's asking?
Name's Murdoch, Avery Murdoch. You might know me as Wednesday.
Yes, do you need something?
I need to hire you and your crew to do a job for me.
Oh, well, I'm busy with business, but my crew should be available.
I need the whole crew. That includes you, miss.
What's the job?
Need you to investigate the death of my father.
All right, I'll set up a meeting with my crew. And can you forward me the information that I need?
The Greener Pastures Retirement Home. You know where that is?
Yes, it's still open?
Yeah.
Okay. You need it shut down?
No, I don't need it shut down. I just... My father... They told me that my dad committed suicide last night. I don't think it's true. My old man wouldn't do that. Now, I got two problems. One is somebody threw him off of that roof, or two, my brother did it. Either way, I know for a fact my old man wouldn't have offed himself like this. So, I need somebody to look into it.
Okay, we will. I'm sorry for your loss. It had to be hard to go here.
Yeah, my old man was a bit of a bastard, but you know what? The old man was the old man.
Don't worry, we'll see. We'll get the answers you need.
I appreciate it.
You sure you don't want it closed down or destroyed after we get the answers?
No. Place does wonders for the old folks there, but it's just I need to know what happened.
You'll know what happened now. You'll know what happened. Thank you. I'll set a meeting up.
Appreciate it. And he walks away. What do you do?
I'll send a text out. I still have my phone on like auto vacation mode, but I send a text out.
So yeah, the immediate reply from Ahmed is, "We know."
She's gonna text back, okay, just text me the plan.
No, would it be faster for her to pick us up or make our own way over to Green Pastures from here?
I mean, by car from Noel's place is about 10 minutes. If you wait for Lola, I don't know, maybe 25, 30 minutes.
And by our usual methods of travel,
Oh, you could probably be there in less than 5.
Yeah, as you know, it doesn't matter where you're going. Noel is always there.
Noel is always there in the shadows.
and I travel like the crow flies.
Well, ain't that a peculiar sight?
So eventually you guys all make your way down to Greener Pastures. Just from the outside, this looks like at one point it might have been a casino. This place could use a little bit of love, but it is 13 stories tall. Very clearly the place has been maintained to some degree, but not as much as it should have been. As you get over there, the motorcade pulls up. I keep forgetting your character's name, Meg. Penelope?
Penelope.
Penelope. No.
You are the first one to get out. Then several Russian mobsters jump out of the vehicle, followed by Ivan, who has an umbrella over him.
Don't much care for the light, do you?
The, the darkness is where I thrive.
So I've noticed.
Another car comes screeching into the parking lot, an old Charger. Gets onto the other side of the lot. You see a man get out in his gray trench coat, and you immediately recognize him.
Well, I guess family does stand with family.
We'll see how long it takes before one or both of us start to try to kill each other.
Would you like me to help keep y'all separated? We don't want this to come to fisticuffs, do we?
I will be civil as long as he is. Then he is all yours. Just understand, do not get to kill him. He is mine.
Yes, sir.
Amit, Noel, the two of you witness this little conversation. Don't know how much of it you hear, but you do notice that they are talking very quietly to each other. Janie, you're the last to arrive with your own motorcade. A couple of your guards come out, open the door for you.
I think I will step out and just give a nod of acknowledgement to know that I'm it.
I'm just gonna lean over to Amit and I'm gonna be like, we really should get our own motorcade.
Do you have motorcade money?
We could figure out motorcade money.
I'm not opposed.
Just seems like everybody in this town has a motorcade. I'm feeling kind of left out.
Look. I get everywhere on foot.
Well, yeah, so
Yes,
do I. I'll just send the motorcade ahead and then show up on foot anyway. It's about appearance and what do they call that? First impressions.
Show of force is the best show.
I thought I would prefer, not having to talk to the cops every other day because I run across private property.
Sure. We could buy the police.
Lola can buy the police.
Yeah. So could I.
Why do you not already have a motorcade?
I don't know. Didn't feel necessary.
The police are much easier to buy. You must be Miss Prescott.
Yes.
A pleasure to meet you, dear.
Pleasure to meet you too.
My name is Penelope Hart. You all may call me Miss Hart, Miss Penelope, Miss Penny. I don't mind. I'll be working with you today. Or at least for this case.
Now let's get this solved.
All right.
Wednesday walks up to the group. He's already snuffing out one of his cigarettes and pulling out one more. You hear the caw and crow of ravens in the distance, one directly overhead. Ivan. Alexei. Let's go inside. Let's go do this thing, yeah? And the two brothers walk in. I'm assuming the rest of you guys follow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I just walk. I don't I'm not looking to see who's with me.
No, sir, I do believe this is a non-smoking campus.
He turns to you and looks just frustrated, so he flicks the cigarette aside. Says, "You look familiar. Do I know you?"
No, I don't think so.
Alright. He just keeps walking in. Got a little bit of text to read. From the outside, the Greener Pastures Retirement Home looks like a fancy, if understated, hotel. It looks that way from the inside too, at least in the lobby. The carpeting is a dark emerald, clean and vacuumed beneath your feet. What may be some kind of elevator music or perhaps just tunes from a bygone era, or both, float through your path while orderlies push the less mobile around in wheelchairs to the dance hall. At the receptionist desk, you find a young man currently taking a nail file to his nails, trying to clean them up a little bit. Yeah, how can I help you?
What's his name?
His name is Kevin.
Well, hello, Kevin.
When do you get to meet Chernobog? You just met Chernobog.
I was just gonna say your nails look nice.
Thank you. Sort of benefits from sitting here all day doing nothing. What can I help you with?
I don't know. You can get off your ass and do something, Kevin.
No.
Mr.
What is your job, Kevin?
What was that again?
What is your job, Kevin?
I'm just here to greet people.
This is a fucking Walmart? No, this is a retirement home.
But that's what you generally say hello when you greet people.
Hello, how can I help you? Is that better?
No.
Cool.
Now, how's Miss Minnie doing today?
I'm just gonna look at Amit, and I'm gonna point to my straw, and then I'm gonna point to Kevin, with like an inquisitive face, like.
No.
In the corner of her eye, please don't mind him.
Minnie is doing okay. She's up and around and having the time of her life.
Oh, good.
This is for the Grim and Grimmer over here. The director will see you in his office. They'll take you up to the medical facility to discuss the plans for your father. Sorry for your loss. Wednesday turns around and says, sorry, you guys. If you don't mind, maybe taking a look at his room, see what you can find. And Ivan turns and very much looks suspicious before following his brother down the hallway.
Can I say that Lola takes her phone and snaps a picture of Kevin and then puts her phone away, doesn't say anything?
Yeah.
Look, Kevin, I'm going to go with these two gentlemen here. But I think when I get back, you and I are going to have a nice drink and discuss things.
Actually, sir, I can't allow you to do that. I was told only allow Mr. Bajnov and Mr. Murdoch back to go see the director.
Yeah, cool. Bye.
Where's did he say, were they going back to see the director?
Yeah, they're going back to see the director.
Okay, well, Lola's going that way.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
It was Amit, correct?
Yes.
Would you like to go investigate the room with me?
Yes, actually I would. But first, I would like to apologize on behalf of our associates, Kevin. They are not in a happy mood today.
Don't apologize to Kevin. Fuck does this guy think he is?
It's okay. I've dealt with worse. Yeah, it takes all kinds, I suppose.
Right.
I think he might be a little bit hangry.
maybe he needs to take a stop over at the cafeteria. I think our quote-unquote illustrious chef is still making stuff.
We're sure to pass that information along.
Yes.
Now, which room was it that their dear father was staying in?
Room 213, straight up the elevator or the staircase, and then about 50, 60 feet to the right.
All right. Thank you, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. All right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and start with Lola and Noel, since the two of you guys decided to go with the Bajnov brothers.
So I'm attempting to be a private investigator here, so I don't want to follow them into the room. I want to keep enough distance that they go in to the director's office or whatever, but I'm outside trying to hear what's going on.
Okay. Lola, what are you doing while he's doing that?
I'm just pretending. Well, I'm just going like I can do what I want, and they're not going to stop me.
Love it. Love it. All right, let's see here. Thought there was something. All right. While the two of you are sort of eavesdropping, a delightful woman shows up. She's roughly 70, maybe 75 years old. She has a basket full of knitting supplies. You see 2 large knitting needles in there. And she goes, "Oh, dear boy, my dear lady, you're so pretty tonight. Are you waiting on the director?"
Yes, I am. I have an appointment.
Ah, he's a very busy man lately, especially with those 2 gentlemen that just walked in.
Yeah, I can't be late. You see, I'm dressed to go somewhere, and I really need to talk to the director.
Perhaps I can help. I'm the director is always a busy man. I handle some of the medical stuff. The name's Minerva.
Hi, Minerva. I'm Lola. It's nice to meet you. Are you knitting something?
Oh, just a sweater for my grandson.
Oh, that's wonderful. I tried to learn how to knit, but I kept dropping stitches.
It takes a bit of time and a little bit of practice, but with the patience, it comes. So please, what can I help you with?
I just need to have my appointment finished quickly. I just need a minute to get in there.
One moment. She pokes her head in, says, "Director, a nice young woman is here to see you. Please." And he comes out. Out steps a very stately, very smartly dressed black man who's wearing a doctor's lab coat. Says, "What can I do for you?"
Hi, I am Lola Prescott, and I'm here to find out more about this facility and to get a possible contract with you. I need to have some information so I can go to my board about it.
Ah,
Do
okay.
you have a file available?
I do. Minerva can grab that for you. At the moment, I am a little preoccupied. Minerva, can you please find the paperwork for the board of directors?
No, is out of character. Is the door open when
Yes.
exit? Okay. Hopefully, I gave it entrance for someone who wants to eavesdrop a little closer, named Noel.
Oh, I'm watching the entire scene play out while I'm trying to keep an ear to the door, so.
Okay. Do you have I need a card too, Mr. Director.
Oh, forgive me. And he pulls out a business card and hands you it. It says, "Dr. Absalom Zane, Director of Activities and Living."
Does that mean that there's a
Okay,
director
and
of the dead?
No, I don't handle the dead. I do all the activities for the patients, make sure that they stay lively, bring back the youth.
Tell me, just how lively is printing license plates? How much vigor does that reinstall back into the elderly?
We don't print license plates here, sir.
Yeah, that's not what the word on the street is.
so if I have
Listen,
patients here, will they be safe? What
absolutely.
kind of activities? What? How can you ensure their safety? And what kind of activities? If not license plate printing, what are you doing here? What do you do?
I, if you don't mind, I will allow Miss Minerva here to handle that aspect. She can take you down to the activities section in the dining hall or in the dance hall. She can explain all
I
these
need to
things.
hear this. I need to hear this in person from you. In-person meetings are very important, so I need to face to face.
I understand that. Very well. We host a lot of dance nights, a lot of retro nights, things to be able to help the guests feel like they're young again. We have a casino day, we'll have talent shows, live music. In fact, last week we had an Elvis impersonator show up. It was a great time. People were dancing. It was great.
How often do you guys show the movie Cocoon?
We don't.
But old folks love Wilford Brimley.
Yes, well, there are certain movies that we find can be kind of upsetting.
Oh, I find the fact that you don't show Cocoon here very upsetting. I do not think I will be bringing my grandmother to this location.
Oh, I'm sad to hear that. This place has changed over the last year. Management, director, activities, things like that. I've only been here for the last
Your receptionist?
5 months.
What about your receptionist?
He's fairly new.
I really think he needs retraining. He was not very welcoming.
Yeah, he is. Kevin's a bit of an edge. We're working on him.
Kevin looks like a bit of a snack, but anyway.
I do have some staffing recommendations for you if you'd like, and your facilities need updating.
Yes, once again, it's we're one thing at a time. Unfortunately, I do have a pressing matter with the death of a family member for these two men. I must insist that I get back to this.
Well, can I go in there with you?
No, this is a private matter.
Okay, I'll walk
Sir,
in there.
do you understand who you're talking to? That is Lola Prescott, okay?
Very well. And he walks in, allowing you to do the same.
I just walk in there like I'm Lola.
Like, just walk in there like you own the place.
Give it time. Lola will own the place.
So, while the two of you are doing that, I'm going to go back over to Amit and Penelope. Yeah, how is that confirmed?
You have reusable straws.
Yeah,
Okay.
And
vampires need
have a lot
reusable
of
straws.
cups.
Just like normal people use silverware, vampires use reusable straws. That's how this works.
It would have to be a boba straw because those are the ones that have the point on the end.
Well, no, you just get a steel crazy straw, and then you just kind of carve that point in the end. That's how it works for Noel.
We still need to get the Singularity crazy straw. All right, so you guys go up to Igor's room. Located just above the main floor, Igor Bezhnov's room stands, a nearly barren, lifeless room, barely reflecting the man who lived there. Like a hotel room made up for a new guest, beds are made and sheets are pressed. Many of what could be considered personal effects remain: books, stationery, favored knickknacks, and the like. Staff have clearly already been through here, but it's hardly been ransacked. All of the old man's clothes are neatly folded in a drawer, and there are suits still in dry cleaning bags. Igor Bazhnov could have been anything from a hoarding slob to a fastidious clean freak. But in death, his room is little more than a curated museum of who he may have been. It's almost as if the last bits of Mr. Bazhnov's life have been packed away in tiny cardboard coffins so that someone can cart them away.
I don't know whether to be impressed at how quickly they got to this, or annoyed at how quickly they got to this.
Well, they keep the facility rather clean and sterile. Now, what would be concerning is if everything was already all boxed up.
Alright. Well. Let's see, he's only on the second floor. Do we know where he fell from?
I
From the
believe it
roof.
was from the rooftop.
I mean, where exactly on the rooftop?
Nobody really knows. You'll have to do an investigation to figure that out.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out how. Alright, First, let's look around the room. So, let's see. Investigate. How do you do an investigate again?
That is 2d6 plus any power tags that are relevant to the investigation.
I have any that works well for an investigation, especially in this particular case. I could argue good listener if I overhear something, but that's about it.
Yeah, that and professional courtesy would also fit into this.
Fair enough. So that's +2.
I think maybe need for justice or bringer of justice,
Okay,
and maybe case files.
definitely.
So all three, you think?
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Alright, so I got a total of a 9.
Sounds good.
So it's a total of 13.
That's actually really good.
One was a
Okay.
6, so.
So I'm going to start with Amit. What are your questions?
Is there any signs of struggle?
There are no signs of struggle in here. Everything is neat, clean, and orderly. Even the stuff that's been put into the boxes seems to have been put in there with very, very precise positioning.
Refresh my memory. How many questions do I get again?
It's one per power. So for every power tag you had.
So I have one more question. What was? You said there was paperwork and stationery left.
Yeah, there are several cardboard boxes. There's some paperwork. There's a little bit of stationery, but one of the boxes appears to be, let's see here. In a cardboard box among Igor's personal effects are a paperback copy of The Awakening, a hard copy of A Tale of Two Cities, a playbill for a local production of Death of a Salesman, and a VHS copy of Hamlet.
I was going to use my second question to see if he left any written notes. I guess that's going to be a no.
If you are willing to use this clue up for that question, I will give you an answer to that.
Was there anything tucked away in those books?
Not inside those books, but you do find letters on the underside of one of the drawers.
I'm gonna go ahead and flip through those letters to see if there's anything of note.
Buried and hidden in a false bottom of a dresser are letters addressed to Papa. The letters happen to be in Cyrillic. The only reason why you understand this is because of the tone in which the writing is in half English. It says, Father, Papa, we'll visit and send money soon. Otherwise, the details are very vague, or they're just outright you can't understand it.
Hey, Penny, you wouldn't have to be able to read Russian, would you?
Dabble a little bit.
Alright, I'm gonna assume dabbling means you read Russian literature for the fun of it. Could you read these letters and figure out what they're trying to say?
Yeah, hand them over.
Yeah, here you go.
What you pick up, Penny, is that other details vary wildly from letter to letter. Some letters speak of vague euphemisms such as an upcoming profitable business venture and new markets opening up. Others are more blatant, talking about stakeouts of a suspect at a drug den masquerading as a tea shop or attempting to reunite an ex-con with her long-lost child. You also happen to come across one that talks about a case that he had a little while back where the kid was arrested and tried for distribution of drugs.
Now, are these all signed?
Some of them are signed. You notice that one is signed by Ivan Bezhnov and the other is signed Alexei.
Which ones?
The ones talking about stakeouts and cases happens to be Alexei. The one talking about business ventures and new markets is Ivan.
Well, it looks like you might have found a veritable gold mine there, Mr. Moreno.
Oh, quite well, thank you. I'm guessing they're letters from the kids.
Indeed. Both going on their own pursuits, one handling the mafia side of things, and the other's a private investigator. So, talking about some of his cases.
The one in particular about the kid strikes you the most. Says he can't mention the name of the kid, only that he felt terrible about what he did.
Seems this man had a very interesting and regrettable history. But it seems for the most part, Mr. Bajnam, may he rest in peace, let the boys take over. And just got updates.
All right, so you still have 3 questions to ask. What do you want to know?
I want to know, and I will open boxes if I need to, or do some more searching. If there's an actual handwritten journal.
There isn't a handwritten journal, but you do find, sifting through some of the boxes and the paperwork, an envelope falls down, and as you reach it to pick it up, you find that there's stuff stuffed into the air conditioning vent.
Clever, clever. Let's see what we can do here. And see if she can pull them out.
Let's see here. Yeah, you pull them out fairly easily. It's several flyers that have been crammed down into the air conditioning vent on the floor that are announcements and invitations to various community events in the dance hall and special event dinners in the cafeteria. Not even half of these are addressed to Igor. It appears he's been stealing these from his neighbors. One of the reoccurring names on this is Giovanni Lupo.
Looks like we might have bad blood somewhere. And Mr. Giovanni Lupo. Most of these flyers belong to him, but it seems Igor is a bit of a petty theft.
Do you think it's enough to build motive?
Can't be sure without talking to Mr. Lupo ourselves.
I'm just gonna, while we go figure out where Mr. Lupo is, I just want to know how. Wait, was Mr. Igor here mobile on his own, or was he wheelchair bound before his untimely demise?
No, he was mobile.
Okay.
You can tell this just by the way the floor looks. There's no scuffing. There's no tread marks. You see some like shoe prints, but that's about it.
Okay, so that means he could potentially have gone to the roof on his own power, but that's not necessarily a thing. But yeah, all right, let's go hunt down Lupo. There should be a nursing station nearby. We could ask somebody where Lupo is.
Yep. Real quick before you do that, do you have 2 other questions you want to use?
Can questions be carried forward, or does it need to happen in this particular
scene? You can actually bank them for later usage.
Okay, so I'm going to use one here, and that's checking the linings of the clothes.
What are you looking for in those linings?
Mostly feeling along the edges, looking for hidden seams, seeing if there's parts that have a bit of a bulge where there shouldn't be.
You don't really find anything inside the clothing. The only thing that you do find, however, is on the inside of on one of his suits. It appears to have Cyrillic in it, and from like a quick glance, it looks like it says "Do it, save them." And then when you look back again, it appears to have changed to the name of the manufacturer.
Curious. It's really unfortunate none of us thought to ask if the senior Vaznov had any abilities of his own.
It's not outside the realm of possibility. I honestly don't know if these things are genetic or not. If they are, we probably should keep an eye on Lola's kids.
It's a distinct possibility. It's not uncommon.
Oh, just imagining Lola's kids running around tearing up the city. All right.
Now, I do believe that there is a nurse's station nearby, just like you said.
All right. While you guys are making your way over to the nurse's station, I'm going to go back over to Noel and Lola. You guys are listening to a lot of just the standard fare of after death prep, funeral expenses, things to expect. The 2 brothers seem to be just sitting there very stoically, giving angry side glances to each other. And it almost appears as if they're not even listening.
I mean, Noel's already suspicious. He's already had a gun pointed in his face. And he's maybe 80% positive that this motherfucker shot him before. So he's not too happy at the moment.
That Ivan shot it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And being a PI, you know, he recognizes the other guy, but he doesn't really know much about him. Nothing that's being talked about is overly interesting or causes, you know, Noel's ears to perk up. So he's just going to kind of wander. He's just going to start walking around the nursing home.
Okay. Eventually, the director goes, "Once again, gentlemen, I'm very sorry for your loss. Please, walk the facility, take some time to yourselves. We'll be able to move your father to whichever funeral home that you wish. Just kind of think about all these options that I've laid out for you." And Miss Prescott, was it?
Yes.
And now that I'm finished, I can give you a tour myself around the building if you want.
Yes, thank you. A question: when the meeting was going on, was there any chance to like look around the office or just anything visually stand out about the office?
No, everything about this room is very sterile, almost surgical in nature.
I'm going to ask him how long he's been director for.
5 months.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 months.
What happened to the previous director?
I ate him.
Apparently, Akers has redeemed a stretch. Get those necks nice and exposed for Noel to drink from. Thank you, Akers, for looking out for us. So, yeah, it's the last director was here. I don't know. He was here for about 4 or 5 years, and he decided to retire. Said the job was just a little too stressful for him.
What was his name?
Simmons.
Okay. And what made you decide to work at this establishment?
I needed a change from the hustle and bustle of the hospital. Being able to work with patients who are not necessarily on death's door is actually kind of refreshing.
So you were a doctor at the hospital?
Yeah.
What kind of doctor, or just a internist, or were you specialty?
I did general practitioning, but for the most part, I was neurological.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to see the facilities.
Of course, of course. Where would you like to begin?
What's your standard tour?
I usually start with the dance hall. A lot of our guests are currently over there enjoying some of our fine music from the 60s.
Okay, the dance hall.
20 seconds of goat yoga? What the hell?
Wait.
What is goat yoga?
Where's Singularity?
Fail, that's cheating. That's cheating. You can't use that.
I was about to say, where is my complimentary goat for said redeem?
And what is goat yoga?
Yoga with goats.
I don't
We need goats.
goat.
All right, Phil. Those are goats.
Look, nobody said that there would be a Singularity provided goat. I would just assume that everybody has, like, Everybody should have a goat. It's 2023. What are you doing without a goat?
But I loaned it to you.
My goat. I have goats outside.
So you have my goat. That's what you're saying. You have my goat.
You can come pick them up. I'm pretty sure the farmer next door is not going to be happy about it, but you can come get
I mean, yes, you're
I'm
the
a
only
little
one with goats available. Where's all 26 of goat yoga?
Well,
Listen, here's the best that you're going to get from me.
They're screaming goats.
I mean, it's
Oh,
either
man.
screaming or fainting goats. Take your pick.
sorry.
Anyways, I blame Fail for that one. So yeah, let's go ahead and start down at the dance hall. Is your friend gonna join us, or apparently he's going somewhere? Okay. Either way, old school rock and roll music plays in the dance hall, pouring through wall-mounted speakers. Sparkling punch flows freely, while those who can dance cut a rug on the floor. Those who can't are content to sing along to their favorite songs and talk to each other, enjoying the energy. Scuff marks not yet buffed out, and a wall-mounted schedule shows that this room is used often and for many fun activities.
I'm gonna hopefully I have quiet now. um, is there like a sign-in sheet or anything to show who was there, or?
No, you just see several orderlies walking around with patients, helping some up out of their chairs so that they can go dance. You see a young woman wearing silver slippers, just doing the twist out there. Several people are just having a blast, while some of the folks that are in wheelchairs are kind of just either being wheeled around, or some that are able to move are just like dancing in their wheelchairs. It's really cute. People seem to be having a lot of fun here.
So it doesn't look like they're just being drugged, and
Nope.
this is just a show for people visiting. Yeah, well, this is a nice place, a nice little dance hall you got going here. They all seem to be having a great time.
Yes. We pride ourselves on making our residents feel like they're back in their 20s. We want people to remember what it was to be young again, so that their lives can have meaning even in retirement. We don't want people to just sit here and waste away. I want my guests to enjoy life.
That's why you had the Elvis impersonator.
Yeah, he was a huge hit. Aaron King, I believe his name was. Either way, everybody loved him. We're trying to get him back for encore. Hopefully, he'll have enough time in the schedule to come out.
Yeah, I'll contact him and see what he has available.
Perfect. In the meantime, you see that lady over there, Wendy Burster. She was a formal councilwoman, and she's amazing speech person. Sorry, words are not my forte. I prefer being in a surgical theater, not behind a pen. Either way, Wendy's wonderful personality. She helps keep things lively. Obviously, you've met Minerva, another great.
Yes.
She is also a doctor. She helps in our medical ward. Scrapes, falls, stuff like that. Anything that wouldn't need a hospital visit, to help with patient care. Make sure that they're not having to unnecessarily spend money with a lengthy doctor's visit.
So you just funded by private families and insurance?
Yes, we do accept most insurances, and families do pay a little bit, but the insurance does cover a lot.
What covers the rest of it?
It's usually out of pocket. Most families, even the lesser fortunate, are paying about $200 a month with the insurance.
That's okay. That explains a few things.
That's because the costs that they're not paying are offset by them printing license plates.
Um, was Wendy the one with the silver shoes?
Yes.
Okay. Can I set a meeting with her at some point?
Oh, feel free to go talk to her now. They're in between sets, and she appears to be grabbing another drink.
Okay. I think Lola's just going to go over there, ask her what she thinks of the facilities.
Oh, I love it here. It's so wonderful. I got some nice friends. Oh, poor Igor. He was a good man, great man. Unlike Giovanni, I never liked him too much.
Do you know what happened to Igor?
They said he threw himself off the roof. I don't understand how.
Was he not the type, or is the roof inaccessible?
Nobody's been able to find a roof access. From what I was told, there wasn't one. It's also really weird, that I've worked in building zoning and stuff like that. I've never seen a building with 13 floors.
Yeah. Have you been to floors in here?
No, I stayed in my own office. I spent so much time campaigning for the little person. I go out and make sure that everybody's rights are covered. But here I feel very safe. I don't feel like I need to do all that. I do miss the campaign trail, though. It was a lot of fun.
You should consult with people.
I do occasionally. My son used to come in, and he's ADA.
What's his name?
Steven Burster.
Oh, that sounds great. That he comes in and did you have a good relationship with him? And this was really nice. I was honestly not expecting a dance hall this nice.
I know, it's really nice. This is like the second or third place I've been over the last 2 years. The other two are real, shit shows. Pardon my French. But here's been really nice.
Why have you been to so many places?
The first place, part of the building came down. My son thought it was too dangerous to live there, and boy, do I agree. The other one is a little chintzy. They were messing with medications, and I got wind that they were taking pensions. And it was just, no, that wasn't for me. So my son had me moved over here.
Can I have their names? I'm looking at places. I'm going to invest in places, and I'm also just looking.
Oh, I've got all that written down in my room.
Oh, you do?
Remember that? Yeah.
Can I come by sometime to get it from you?
Oh, absolutely, darling. Come on up.
You're so nice.
I'm in room 350.
Okay, I will come back and see you soon. You're just such a nice woman.
Oh, thank you so much. Listen, I'm all about the people. I love being around people, and it's so nice to have such a lively group here.
It is. This is really, really nice. And you are a great dancer.
Oh, thank you so much. And while the two of you are talking, I'm going to go over to Noel. Noel, what are you up to?
Noel waited till they walked away and then double backed into the director's office and is currently rummaging through desk drawers, looking through files, and trying to get onto the director's computer to see if he can find anything.
All right. I'm going to need you to roll and investigate.
All right, let me grab that. And let's see. I don't think I really have too much there that would work, but let's... That is a 7.
Sounds good. While you are looking around, you find several pieces of paper that look kind of fuzzy, like the words are out of alignments and making it hard to read. The computer comes online. It's standard operating system stuff, nothing super fancy. Has the name of the facility. His background just happens to be a picture of the city skyline. You know, basic work stuff.
Okay. Okay.
You do also find a picture of another doctor. She happens to be mid to late 20s, dark complexion, kind of frizzy hair, looks exactly like Dr. Tabitha Creed.
Okay. All right. We're just gonna slip this picture into our jacket pocket. Let's keep rummaging around. There's got to be something in here. There's got to be something about the license plates or how they're offsetting costs. I know for a fact there's something in here.
Always with those damn license plates. You don't find anything about license plates. You see activities planned. There happens to be like a craft day with a bunch of like bills and like list of items to be purchased. You see banquet receipts, stuff like that. Apparently, the next one is going to be they're going to have a comedian / magician show up for the meet, and he's going to entertain guests at the dinner during the weekend.
And on the computer, are there any, I guess, like what would seem like out of place, like folders, like one named like taxes or like boring, and when you're trying to hide something on the computer and you name it something else.
You find one that appears to be written in some sort of code. You're not entirely sure what it is, other than it says HQ login.
An HQ login. All right. Let's go ahead and let's double click that.
A pop-up pops up and gives you access, login password, enter.
All right. Well, I'm going to try. Let's see. Let's look around here. There's got to be like a note or something. I mean, the most common, let's see. I'll try his email, and then I'm going to try all 4 of the most commonly used passwords just to see.
All of them kick back.
All right, so it's not love, sex, secret, or God. Let's try alligator 1.
You don't get a hit.
Password 1.
Nothing.
All right, there's got to be. He's got to have. I'm going to rummage around some more and see if I can find this guy's password.
While you are doing that, somebody knocks on the door and says, "Hey, what the hell are you doing back there?"
None of your fucking business.
It is my fucking business. I'm one of the orderlies.
I don't give a fuck
Why
who
are
you
you-
are. You're an orderly. That means you need to go clean some bedpans or something. Mind your own goddamn business.
Director, you got somebody inside your office. Can you come back?
Hey,
over
can you come here for a second, please?
And he does walk over to the desk.
How do you feel about my... And I pull out my crazy straw and I just jab it in his neck.
I need you to hit with all you've got here.
Hit with all I've got. All right. What's the roll for that again?
It's 2d6 plus any tags that you would use for the roll.
Okay, so I'm going to use... Let's see. I've got impressive and filled with rage.
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 9.
All right. You get to choose one from the hit with all you've got list. You're going to deal a tier 2 status to him. And then what else would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to drink his blood. So I finally get to eat. Hit with all you got. I don't remember what the things were on that one.
Give me 1 second. I will drop it into the chat for you. Sorry, I have to scroll through a bunch of stuff. Here we go.
Mental note for all of us: we need to make a quick access sheet.
Yeah, that's gonna be my. I'll do that.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I want to drink his blood. But I think like it says take
I mean,
cover.
obviously, you're gonna drink his blood. The question is, what are you doing?
So it says you take cover or secure a superior position. Since he called the director back, I want to make it look like I was just sitting in one of the chairs waiting for the director to come back.
And what are you gonna do with the body?
Just work with me here.
Okay, you are drinking this dude's blood, and you're in your chair. The director comes back, goes, "What are you doing in my office?"
Well, I was
Where's the order?
look, Mr. Director, sir. I was sitting here. I was waiting. I was hired by Ivan. I had some questions I wanted to ask. I was just sitting here. This guy just walked in and started spontaneously bleeding. I don't know what happened. Look, it was weird.
Dear
It was
God.
fucking wild.
And he pulls out a radio, goes, "All units, I need somebody down here immediately for a medical emergency. He's bleeding from the neck. We need to get him emergency medical assistance immediately. You are not going anywhere, sir."
I will do what I want, thank you.
While that's all happening, Penny, Emmett, what the hell are the two of you doing?
Being the only ones with any sense in their heads.
Yeah.
So I imagine we're starting to make our way to the nurse's station, and you see for a second that Penny kind of glances back towards the hall and says, "I'm gonna trust you for a moment to be able to find Mr. Lupo and have a conversation with him. I think that that's something that I need to go address."
All right, you do you.
Thank you.
All right. Emmett,
Mm-hmm.
you watch as one of the nurses just runs down the hall. I'm going to have you make an investigate real quick for me. Doesn't matter if you add tags to this or not.
I'm gonna still make use of good listener. So
Okay.
at least a +1, which turned out to be a good idea because that just bumped me right over into a 7.
Okay, you notice that this nurse is packing heat. There is a 45 S&P.
Okay, well there was a Russian mafia guy in here not too long ago. I'm running right with her, see, like maybe not side by side, but behind her, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Penny, you make your way downstairs and you notice that Minerva, as well as a woman that you know as Dagmar, are both running towards the director's office. The director is currently applying pressure to a man's neck, and Noel's just sitting there nonchalantly.
Noel's just chilling.
Minerva quickly comes in, applies pressure to the man, goes, I'll take care of this. Get me a stretcher. They get him on a stretcher. They wheel him out. Mr. Noir.
Mr. Noir was my father. You can call me Noel.
What were you doing in my office?
I told you I was waiting for you to come back. I had some questions. This guy just came in. I don't know what the fuck happened. He just came in and started hemorrhaging. It was fucking wild.
I'm gonna need you to go toe to toe with this man because you're lying, or not toe to toe. Convince. You're convincing him. And hold on, I have a thing for that. Oh shit! This is at a -3.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Do I have anything I could use here? Street cred. Close confidant. Oh, lying shamelessly. Okay, so close confidant and lying shamelessly. We'll try to use this.
Okay, so it's a flat roll.
All right, so that is a 5. -3, so that's a 2.
Oh no, not it, the -3 negates your power tags.
Oh.
So it would be.
So it's
would
just
be
a 5.
0. Yeah,
Would
so
it?
you have a 5.
Okay.
Which is still a fail. I don't believe you for 1 second.
I didn't say you had to believe me. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but I'm just... Look, I am literally just sitting here, and I'm not doing a damn thing.
He reaches into your jacket and pulls out your crazy straw.
Okay, I have a crazy straw.
A crazy straw covered in blood, sir.
It is not covered in blood. I would wipe my crazy straw. Look, crazy straw hygiene is a very important thing, okay? I wipe my crazy straw down before I put it away.
You better pray to God that this man makes it through.
I don't pray to God. They pray to me. Anyway, and I get up and I'm just going to leave.
Where the hell do you think you're going? Come back here.
Wherever the fuck I want. Goodbye, sir.
Do you head for the front door?
No, I head for the nearest window.
Okay. There is a window nearby. What do you do?
I'm going to jump out of it.
As you jump out of it, you end up in the front lobby.
Oh, hey, Kevin. I'm kind of hungry. Could you come here?
I like to think that the elevator door opens or like people are running down the stairs and just hello.
You come back to find Noel trying to solicit Kevin for his blood.
No, Mr. Noel, I thought we had this conversation. Please stop harassing the secretary.
I'm not harassing. I'm being very polite. I just asked him to step over here for a second.
Now you and I both know what that means.
I don't think you know what it means.
Noel, you are taking a tier 1 under suspicion.
Okay, what does that mean?
Means you're currently under suspicion.
What are the negatives, I guess?
Anything you do will be scrutinized, and I mean everything.
I mean, that's my fucking life, so...
I can't give you any more context without revealing a huge section of this mystery. So
No, that's
other
fine.
than that,
Nurse came by with, right?
yeah. In fact, you notice that the nurse has her hand on a holster underneath her scrubs.
I don't think you want to be doing that.
Is that the same nurse I was following?
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm just poke.
Oh, good, you're here too.
Like a curious cat, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, good, Mr. Moreno. Can you do me a favor and keep an eye on your companion here?
No, what did you do?
I didn't do a goddamn thing. I was sitting in the director's office waiting for the director to come back so I could ask him some questions. Some kid stumbled in, fucking started hemorrhaging, and now everybody's freaking out.
Where's your straw?
In my pocket.
Has it been in your pocket this entire time?
Well, except for when the director pulled it out and tried to accuse me of carrying a fucking weapon. It's a goddamn crazy straw.
A crazy straw that has a syringe on the end.
Doesn't have a syringe. It's just pointed.
Ma'am, please keep yourself ready. Mr. Moreno, again, please keep an eye on your companion. I will be back in a
Try, but no
moment.
guarantees about collateral damage.
I would like to request that you do not allow there to be collateral damage.
And I will try to keep it to a minimum. But those are right a little bit.
Lola, you notice this whole thing going on. It's only like maybe 10, 15 feet away from your current location.
I'm pretty sure that there's shenanigans happening with the people that came in with. And was I headed to room 305 when this was?
Yeah.
I'm going to send a text message with just a question mark.
And the reply from Ahmed is, no, there's something stupid.
Noel sends back in a group chat, I didn't fucking do anything.
The director approaches you and says, I know you did something. Either way, I'm going to ask you not to leave the facility until this man is going to survive.
Were there cameras in the director's office?
There were.
Fuck.
Lola's going to go get her information because she has some suspicions. And just, I don't know how she could send a blank text. So it's probably just going to be a emoji. The annoyed looking one.
Okay.
So, also in the group text. So I'm on no babysitting duty. Could you look into G inviting Lupo?
I mean, technically, you don't have to babysit me. You are an adult.
Yeah, but you're not behaving like one.
I never said I was an adult.
Certainly are not.
So, where'd you guys go from here?
I'm going out the front door.
As you head for the front door, you end up back in the lobby.
Okay.
Director, where is this gentleman?
Which gentleman are you talking about?
The gentleman that was assaulted.
He's currently in our medical bay.
Okay, to claim that he was assaulted, nope, I didn't do anything.
Do you let Lola know he's in a medical bay? Or she can ask what's going. She'll just say what's happening while waiting for the
One of our orderlies was attacked, and we believe it was this gentleman here who attacked him with a crazy straw to the neck.
That doesn't sound logical.
Thank you, Lola.
Is the orderly all right?
I won't know. He did lose a lot of blood.
That's what happens when you fucking spontaneously hemorrhage. I think it's called a stigmata. There's a guy you should look up. His name was Jesus.
What kind of medical facilities do you have? That was one of my questions I was going to ask you before our tour got interrupted.
We have full surgical theater.
Oh. What doctors do you have on staff?
We have Minerva, myself, a couple of doctors that used to work over at Mercy. Aside from that, we have about 15 doctors on staff. Another 10 to 12 nurses.
Do you have an oncologist or a hematologist on staff?
Yes, we do, actually.
Okay. Could I see the facilities?
Yes, I could show it to you.
Thank you.
All right. right. And then somebody was asking about Lupo. Who was going to do the investigation on Lupo?
It was
Well,
supposed to be Lola. Lola was requested to look into Lupo.
yeah, because
Okay.
I'm babysitting.
All right. And if Noel decides to try the door again, he's just going to end up in a loop where it keeps pumping him back into the lobby. Real quick, we're going to take a break. About 5-10 minutes. We'll be back for the rest of the session. We'll catch you guys back real soon.
All right, and we are going to intermission.
Not sure I'm ready for the chaos that has failed.
Phil does. Noel does have a question.
Okay.
Is it only if I try to go outside of the building that I will be brought back to the lobby?
Oh, looks like we're back now. Welcome back,
Well,
everybody.
I mean, it's a good question to ask on stream.
It is a good question to ask on stream. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to jump right back into it. And the question that you just asked is unknown. You're not sure what it is, only that anytime you attempt to leave the building, you are brought back in.
Okay. Amit, buddy, I've got a plan. I'm gonna need your help.
Is this plan anything to do with just sitting here, being patient, and hoping to God that you didn't, in fact, do something stupid?
Amit, buddy, I'm gonna need you to stab me.
Every day the urge to do so is growing stronger. But why in this particular case?
You'll see. I'm just gonna need you to stab me.
I see what this plan is.
I am not going to stab you unless you tell me why I'm stabbing you.
Just stab me, please.
I imagine the nurses and staff are very concerned at this point.
Yes, they are.
I mean, buddy, friend, pal, I would, but I don't have anything sharp on me.
Hey, Kevin, can I borrow your pen?
No.
I'll give it back.
Listen, I just overheard you say that you wanted him to stab you. I'm not going to allow that to happen.
Kevin, buddy.
No.
Come on.
The answer is no.
You're really gonna make this that difficult, huh?
Yeah, I am.
Does this place have a basement?
Yeah, that's locked down for maintenance only.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Okay, bye. And I'm just gonna head towards the stairs to the basement.
As you head towards the basement, you end up back in the lobby.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Where's the director?
Currently on his way to the medical bay.
Okay, where's the medical bay?
That is about 3 floors up, and it's like 3 floors above the director's office.
Lola's headed up there with him.
Well, I'm assuming that if I go through any doorways, which would include a fucking elevator, that I'm just going to be brought back down here where I have to look at fucking Kevin.
Kevin looks at you, goes, "Dude, I haven't even seen you leave. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Kevin, I will break your neck.
You try and I'll break yours.
Amit?
No.
Yes? Amit, I need you to remember something. I need you to think back to when you got blown up.
And I need you to remember how often I spar with Bear.
Amit, should I decide to turn you, my blood is still in your veins.
Actually, if you really think about it, it's been how many weeks since then?
I don't know.
It's rather quickly if you think about it.
You're asking.
It's been about 6 or 7 weeks, and Emmett, you did get hurt in the last adventure.
Look, I'm not expecting Amit to call that bluff. I don't.
So, real quick, while while Noel is having an existential crisis, Penny, where did you go?
So I started off like I was gonna follow the director and Lola, and then veered off.
Okay. You went to go check on something, correct?
I did.
You found no valid entry.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go look for Mr. Giovanni Lupo.
He is on the second floor, just a few doors down from where Igor's room is. While you're going to do that, Lola, you're brought up to the medical bay. You notice that there are several people in there currently attending to this man who is bleeding out from his neck. They managed to staunch the bleeding, and you see the director is trying to calm down a little bit. He's kind of pissed.
Well, it looks like they're stopping the bleeding, and usually, I mean, if he hasn't lost enough to require a transfusion, it's just a few days of rest and lots of fluids. So he'll
That
be
is
fine.
correct. But it never should have happened. What?
I am very sorry that it did happen. What? How do you have been? You know, we should wait to make sure this is resolved first, and then you and I can talk about resolving the situation so that there's nothing. You know, there's no that doesn't get out.
Yes, please keep an eye on your friend.
Yeah, he's being watched right now, and he's going to like look around. Does it look like a state of the art facility, or is it just all kind of cheap and
This
dingy look?
looks this looks state of the art. Everything in here looks brand new or like new. It is sterile, it is clean. They have equipment that is only seen in high-end surgery theaters.
I have a question for you, Mr. Director. Do you see outside patients here? Because this is a really nice facility.
Thank you. We've had a couple. Some local traumas that have had to come through here. Sometimes it's faster to bring them here than it is to Mercy or Apollo's Rising.
What is the fee structure for that? What
In
how would
terms,
if
it,
someone needed to say they needed a new doctor?
it works just like any other hospital. As soon as we perform the surgery, we save their lives, we transfer them over to an extended stay. Or if the family likes or if the patient likes, we house them here until they're fully capable.
And then they go back home.
Correct.
right out. I might be changing providers, so I will contact you if I am.
Understood.
And I can pay in cash. I pay for discreetness.
And discretion happens to be one of those things we are capable of.
That sounds wonderful. And I will make sure that my associate does not cause more. Sorry.
I would
Sorry, I'm
greatly
laughing.
appreciate that.
Pretend Lola was serious. She could say it with a straight face. And when we're done here, I'll make sure I send a different team for any further investigations, if that's all right with you.
Yes,
Or
yes.
group. Okay, thank you. She's just gonna kind of look at the like around like she doesn't have a checklist, but maybe there's one on her phone or something.
Okay. Um, while you're looking around and using your checklist,
And there's
Emmett,
no like patient records anywhere. This is all
not that,
electronic.
yeah, it's all electronic. Um, I'm gonna have you roll and investigate for me really quick, actually.
Okay. Um, Let me just do a digital dice. 2d6 and add a tag, right?
Yep.
Okay, if I add a weakness tag, but it always needs a doctor.
It's going to be a weakness in this case.
Okay. Okay. So I should have mentioned it then. I don't know what else would apply. Um,
You can just flat roll.
okay. Six. Okay. Let me add another d6 and then let me roll. Oh my goodness. I want to show you this because you'll never believe me. 6 and a
Nice.
6.
All right. So I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. Emmett,
Yep.
what are we doing about Noel?
Well, if he's doing what I think he's doing according to our private messaging, I'm about to body slam him into the ground.
Kevin looks at you, goes, "Hey, why don't maybe if your friend is hangry, there's a cafeteria. They still got food. Just take him down there, man."
Yes, no. Why don't we go to the cafeteria and get something to eat?
Uh, is there alcohol in the cafeteria?
No.
Mm, okay. Is there alcohol anywhere in this facility?
There isn't supposed to be, but if you want some alcohol, you might want to check with Giovanni Lupo.
Oh, good. Where can we find Lupo?
Second floor, room 230.
All right. Come along, no. And I put him in a headlock and I drag him off to the elevator. Because I do not trust him to not do something stupid if I don't manhandle him where I want him to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does he finally get to leave the lobby now that he's under direct supervision?
Yes. You guys make it up to the second floor, and you're standing not that far away from Igor's room.
Alright. Lupo. Are you good now?
I'll be fine. I just need like a bottle of like vodka or I don't know, just a bottle that's half full of alcohol will work.
No. You're not making a Molotov cocktail.
I didn't say anything about making a Molotov cocktail.
You were asking about fire-proof alcohol in a bottle half full. And I know you have a source of rags anyways. So no. No Molotovs. Stop trying to be an arsonist.
Trying? Like I said, I'm not. Look, Everybody here is freaking out and I didn't do a damn thing. Just let me out of the building and everything will be fine.
Okay, no. Can you look me in the eye and tell me you had nothing to do with that man's bleeding?
Can I burn lying shamelessly?
Yeah, you can. That'll give you a 10. However, he has to do an investigate, and if his investigate is higher than your convince, he wins. So, Emmett, do you want to investigate to see if he's lying to you?
Yes, yes, I would. And I'm going to be adding in good listener and knows everybody because I know.
Sounds good.
Well, yeah, I don't believe you at all.
What'd
Full
you
stop.
get?
A 6 and a 4 on the die.
Damn. All right, so that's a 12. Noel, he clearly knows you're lying.
I mean, he can know that I'm lying. It doesn't fucking matter. Everybody else in the facility doesn't need to know that I'm lying.
All right. I'm going to let you go, however, and I trust you to not try to drink somebody else today.
I had no option, and the kid wouldn't back the fuck off. Look, I found this picture, and I'm going to hand the picture over to Emmett, amongst things in the office. Doesn't this look rather familiar?
Refresh my memory. What is this a photo of? Out of character?
This is a picture of Dr. Tabitha Creed at her graduation from the university.
Yes, it's the graduation photo of our favorite doctor.
Yeah, but moving past that, I also found some really weird programs on his computer that I couldn't get access to because an orderly decided to get into my fucking business. Something's not right here.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Something might be going on here. Probably something is. But
Yeah, I'll tell you what's going on here. Orderly's just spontaneously bleeding. It's fucking wild.
let's just go look into Lupo. We have a reason to believe that he may have something to do with Igor taking the swan dive.
Okay. Lupo's responsible for Orderly spontaneously bleeding. Let's go talk to him about that.
Look, I'll take the progress where I can get it. All right. So, how long does it take us to find Lupo's room?
Not very long. You take maybe 20, 30 feet before you get to the actual door. And as you knock on the door, you hear it swing open a little bit. A fat old man in a wheelchair, surrounded by old pizza boxes and wheezing on an oxygen tank. His hair is patchy like mange, and what might have once been a body filled with rippling muscles has turned into rolls of fat. His eyes, though, are still alert, sizing you up as though he thinks that he might be able to take you. These are the eyes of a killer. What can I do for you?
Just a few questions. We're looking into the whole matter involving Igor's untimely passing. Do you have the time to spare?
I got nothing but time. What do you want?
Excellent. So word around the facility seems that you and Igor didn't really get along too well.
He looks at you, looks at Noel. Shut the door.
All right. No getting in.
Hey, either you guys got a light.
Yeah, here. I'm gonna pull out my Zippo, my flip lighter, and I'll flip it up and light it. And
He pulls out a long cigarette and just starts smoking. Now, let's see here, Igor. I don't know where you got that bullshit from. I loved Igor. The man was good.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. He has to babysit me because orderlies here just fucking hurt themselves and I get blamed for it. So, I mean, I didn't know anything.
Huh?
I didn't.
You do, huh?
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
So
Listen,
it sounds like you two have something in common. Excellent.
See, I don't trust these orderlies. There's something about them. You know, ever since the new management, quote unquote, started showing up, I noticed a lot of strange things going on.
Like nurses carrying key.
That too. Never seen a nurse packing a 45.
What
Really?
What happened to the old management? I know supposedly the new management's only been here about 4 months.
Yeah. It's kind of a big to-do. Nobody really wants to talk about it, but I know what's up. They've been slowly replacing the staff here.
Okay.
Is there any of the old staff still around?
Some, but not many. Kevin, not so much, but the cafeteria boy, what the hell's his name? I can never remember his name. I can't trust him anyways. He's been here a while. But what I do know is that they're going after the special ones. I noticed this a while back, and I've been hiding my invitations. And Igor, he noticed it too. He's a good guy, that Igor. We both noticed that they were sending very specific invitations to people, like Wendy or the two boxer dudes. I remember, it's long gone now, but ever since they started doing this whole thing, it's been kind of a rise in death. People that were spry and still had some miles on the tires, ending up in comas or just dying outright. I thought maybe they were putting something in the food, but that wasn't it. Or maybe it was, I don't know. People were getting sick all the time. That's why I don't eat their food. Keep ordering from Frankie's. Man knows my order. He keeps me fed with those pizzas and the gabagool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see you've been eating pretty well too.
Yeah. But you know what? I avoid everything that they give me. Right? Want me to take these pills? Whatever. I don't care. I can deal with the arthritis pain. I got the gout now. All right, that shit's fine. But I've seen the Kool-Aid that these people drink. It's not right.
You know what? Anything about what might be going on down in the basement? They said it's off limits for something.
Yeah, actually. Been wondering that myself. They said it was no place for us pensioners. They said it was too much. It was very tight, cramped spaces trying to get people out. But you know what? What was really confusing to me is that nobody has ever been able to access the 13th floor. Nobody knows where this rooftop access is.
Wait. But even with the previous management, you couldn't access the 13th floor?
Nobody ever wanted to. We didn't even know there was a 13th floor. All of a sudden, there's one now. I don't really get around a whole lot. I stay in my room most of the time. I try to stay out of everything.
So let me ask you this. Within the past 4 months, when was the first time you heard about this 13th floor?
Twice. Once from one of the maintenance men talking about how they keep hitting like a labyrinth or something, trying to get out to the roof access. Second time was Igor. He said that something was drawing him up there.
Okay. Interesting.
Listen, I know Igor, all right? And I can see it in you, and I see it in your friend over here. He says as he looks over the two of you. You guys got gifts, don't you?
You could say that.
I have a sword.
Yeah, well, so do I. Listen, this big bad wolf used to be able to huff and puff. Now I can barely blow down a house.
Well, maybe put down the cigarettes for about a month. You might be able to blow something over again.
Hey, listen, I don't come over to your house and slap the gabagool out of your mouth.
I like this
I'm
guy.
just over your device. It's up to you to take it.
Fair enough. Listen, they keep telling me to knock it off with this thing. I'm liable to set the oxygen tank on fire, but I'm here like, fuck it. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out my way.
I like
Fair
this
enough.
guy.
Hey, I used to be a hitman. I used to be known in the business. Now here I am, because my fucking grandkids don't want to deal with me.
You got a card or any connections? I'm looking for a change of work.
Yeah, well, I'm good friends with Igor's son, Ivan. He's a good guy. He's a little crazy, but the man knows his way around the dark half of the business.
Sure.
I don't talk too much to his other son, though. Never really liked him.
That's fair. Kid's kind of a dick anyway.
Yeah, you could say that.
Hey, Ahmed, are you done here?
Yeah. I think I got what I needed.
All right. I'm gonna ask you, please just trust me on something here. Could you just step outside the door for a minute?
I'm thinking he's talking to me, and
No, I'm not gonna do anything bad. I promise you that. You have my word.
Okay. And he
I'm
very
gonna trust you.
he very shakily stands up from his wheelchair and just kind of hobbles out of the room.
No, I was asking Ahmed to step outside.
Yeah.
Oh, you're asking Ahmed? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to trust you on this, and if you betray my trust, I am throwing you off a building.
No, nothing bad is going to happen here.
But yeah, Ahmed does leave the room.
All right. So after Ahmed leaves the room, I'm just gonna kind of look the old man up and down for a minute. You've got the eyes. You've got the eyes of a killer. You are a hitman. I know your type. I fall into those situations as time to time myself. And I'm gonna reach into one of my pockets and I pull out a vial of blood. And it's my blood. Now, I'm gonna give you this. If someone comes for you, this will give you a burst of strength. It's not going to last long, but it will make you feel young again, long enough for you to do what you got to do. And I'm just going to slip it into his hand, and then I'm going to walk out.
He before you walk out, he grabs your wrist and says, "You did right by me today, kid. You ever need a hand, you let me know. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out my way. That means I'm gonna go out swinging. You know I'm gonna be using this juice."
I just nod and walk out.
All right. While the two of you are doing that, Penny, while you're out doing some investigating of your own, you hear, hold on, let's see here, tucked away in a corner that you haven't noticed before, two men enter from the lobby with you standing across from each other, staring accusingly into each other's faces. Cloaked in unnatural shadow, and with ravens keeping a watchful eye for intruders, the two growl and hiss at each other. Silent rage, just barely contained. They think that they're alone, but exceptionally wary of intruders. Despite each being into their middle ages, their postures are more resembled that of teenagers posturing and preening before a schoolyard fight. You're barking up the wrong tree, asshole. You're just looking for an excuse to settle scores. No way I would want to kill the old man. He was going to die soon anyway. What better way to lure me out into open? Is that an accusation or a confession? I see the darkness in your heart, Avery. I know what you are capable of. He was my father too, motherfucker. If I wanted to start a war with you, I'd go after your network. I wouldn't need to push that. I wouldn't need to push the old man off the roof. Anyone who knew us would only need to see father dead to know we'd come running. Exactly. This is an old folks' home. People die all the time. Spike the medication, cut off the oxygen, inject something into the ticker. You write it off as just old age. Nobody be the wiser. Someone would have to go through a lot of trouble to throw him off of the roof. But as you see, we would come and pay for each other's blood, no matter the circumstance of death. So why this message? Maybe for once, it ain't about us. Do you have any questions about this?
Can you repeat that last part for me again?
Maybe for once, this isn't about us.
So, everything that I want to do, just because to do some investigating, sewing needles and baiting the trap to encourage them to maybe expand on that a little bit more while I continue to eavesdrop.
Sounds good. Roll and investigate for me.
That would be an 8 total.
With the power tags?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you get 2 questions, so what do you want to know?
Oh, I can bring the third question from earlier.
Yes, you can.
I want to know if there's something I can do to coax them into talking a little bit more with each other about what those possible circumstances might be. Like, who do we think it's about if it's not us?
You see Wednesday step away, and he's sort of pacing back and forth. You watch as he pulls out a cigarette, lights it up, starts mumbling to himself, and he notices you. Well, you make a habit of spying on people.
I'm sorry, sir. I was just gonna say that this is a non-smoking campus, sir.
God, all right. He puts it out with his fingers and packs it back into his pocket. There's something hinky going on here. Just needed to take the edge off a little bit.
I understand. I know you gentlemen have been through a lot with your father passing away. It's a real shame. Is there anything that I can do to help you too?
No. Maybe. You seem unnaturally familiar to me. Can't place you, but I know I've seen you before.
I'm sorry, sir. I think this is the first time I've seen you. I just saw you walking in today when you went to the director's office.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
you've seen me out on town somewhere. I don't know.
yeah. Usually I'm pretty good at reading people. You're a little more difficult. You got a gift, right?
Well, I like to think that I'm very gifted with my hands, helping take care of some of the patients here.
It's not what I meant, but yeah, you got a gift. You said you take care of the patients here, yeah?
I help where I can.
You ever knew my old man?
Mr. Bajnov, he was a polite gentleman.
Yeah. They always called him
Never
polite.
polite, but he did have his jokes.
Yeah. Hey, you ever get there's a feeling like something more to this place? It's like you're being watched all the time. Not just by the people, but like the building itself. Just feel like something's keeping an eye on me.
I mean, sometimes it feels a little strange, but if you're looking for something that's keeping an eye on you, why don't you ask the Ravens?
So you do have a gift, you can see them.
Well, I can't necessarily hide it. You've called me out, what, 2, 3 times?
Yeah. Listen, I think there's something big going on here. It's not just, with my father. My old man wouldn't have killed himself, but it's just something not sitting right with me. I thought at first it might have been because me and my brother, but no, nothing's adding up.
Well, if it's got nothing to do with either of you, and you really don't think it was something that was happening with him, who could it be?
This director doesn't sit right with me. Neither does his little lackey, Minerva, whatever the hell her name is.
Well, they seem like such sweet people. How come?
Like Like I said, I pride myself in being able to read people, but I have a hard time reading them. Just like I'm having a hard time reading you.
Well, I can assure you, sir, I am only here to help. And if that means bringing justice to where justice is needed, then I'll make sure it happens.
Yeah. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna try and go outside and have a smoke.
Take care now, sir.
What about your other questions? What do you want to know?
I'm gonna ask, Ivan the same thing. Sir, I believe I overheard your name was Ivan, right? Are you alright?
Duh. What can I do for you?
No, it was more of asking the question, is there anything I can do to help you? You seem to have the same pondering questions.
Yet. But Ulexi is right. Something doesn't sit right with me. If you'll excuse me, I have a phone call.
Of course.
As he steps away, you hear him speak very briefly in Russian, and you actually hear him say something else. I am aware that production is down control. I am well aware. And as a gesture of goodwill, I am eating the cost myself, but you are aware that there are gatekeepers here. The gatekeepers, I am sure of it. No, I don't think that they've noticed us. I believe this is Kismet. Something greater. And we'll take care of it. You hear another voice on the line. It sounds very mechanical in nature. It says, make sure that you do. Before he hangs up.
He's completely stepped away at this point.
Yeah, he's only like maybe 10 feet away from you. He walked a little bit further away so that he thought that you were out of earshot.
Did he turn back, or is he still kind of facing that way?
Yeah, he turned around.
Everything okay, sir?
Just business. The world does not stop for the death of one man.
Sometimes we wish it could, right? Give us a chance to breathe and maybe grieve.
The While you're talking with him, Lola. Lola, you had made an investigation roll. One of the things that you do see is that right next door to the surgical theater is a recovery room. You see that there are several patients all lined up, currently in beds, all unconscious.
Am I able to like look around in there while the director's dealing with whatever?
He's currently preoccupied, so yes, if you wanted to get in there, you can.
Are there any like names of patients or anything? Like where I can see them?
You do see a couple of names, but I'm going to have you, let's see here. You got a 12, you had a flat roll, so you get to ask one question here.
Oh man. Okay, so I can't ask what I want to because I don't think I.
Well, what do you want to ask?
Who's paying for this?
Ah. As you're looking around in this room, you notice that a lot of this equipment is, as I said before, near new. This is high-end medical equipment. A lot of it says Lazarus Labs. Some of it looks to have like Mercy Hospital branded on the side. But one thing does stick out. There is a folder that says Gatekeeper Medical.
Can I look at the folder?
Yes.
Do I need
As
to
you're-
roll or?
No, as you're looking at this folder happens to be one of the patient files. It reads, it has a red coloring for the patient name, and the patient is, let's see here, is a Simon Rojas. Inside it says suspected rift Don Quixote. Currently sedated, and it gives like a list of abilities. It also says his threat level, which is minimal, and his current prognosis is well.
Okay, I'm going to put that back and try to make it look like I wasn't touching it. And can I go back out to the director?
Yes, he's coming out of the surgical room right now.
Okay. Is your orderly all right, sir?
Yes, he'll make it, but
Really?
he's gonna need quite a bit of blood. So we're requisitioning it now from Mercy.
Okay, I'm going to look at my financials, and I was considering a donation.
Ah, that would be quite helpful. I would appreciate that.
Yeah, I have a few more things to take care of here. Then I'm going to go home and look at my financials. And is there someone I should contact about that?
Yes, if you want to contact Mr. Pepper, he is our financier. He handles all of our financials and discusses these matters with the board.
Okay, I have some people I have to go through with money. You know how it goes. I can't just.
Yeah.
I can hand over some cash, but everything else has to go through.
Yeah, no, you got to make sure everything's proper.
Yeah.
Yes, he is Mr. Pepper. He would have been a doctor, but he decided not to go into medical school.
You know, I almost went to school. I was a pre-med student.
Ah, interesting. My daughter was a med student.
Oh, what was her name?
You know, it's been so long since I've seen her. She doesn't want to see me. It's best that I just forget about her.
I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that you come to some kind of resolution with that.
Yeah. Tabitha. Tabitha was her name.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go find the rest of the people I came here with and hope they haven't caused any more trouble.
Yes.
And we'll
please.
be out of here. Bye. And she'll just try to head off after writing down Mr. Pepper's name.
His name is Trent Pepper.
Not doctor.
Nope, not a doctor.
I hear though on the streets he goes by Mr. Pibb.
Actually, his nickname is Froggy. I'm gonna go back to Amit and Noel. What are you guys doing now that you've left? Giovanni Lupo.
All right, so are we in agreement, up or down?
Gee, I don't know, man. I don't know that getting lost in a labyrinth of a 13th floor is really gonna help us. But I can't say no. I mean, if you want to head up to the 13th floor, I have to follow you. Otherwise, I'm right back into the lobby. So,
I mean, we could probably find out how he got up to the 13th floor.
True. I am curious, how many more people are on this floor?
There are about 30 other residents on this floor.
30 residents on this floor. Fuck, I only have 5 vials left. So I'm going to give Amit a vial. Just trust me on this one, just in case you need it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, because I was gonna, give some other elderly folks a jolt of youth, but I don't know. Maybe I'll hold on to these. Let's just head to the 13th floor.
All right.
It is at this point, as you guys are making your way back towards the elevator, that you run into Penny.
Miss Penny.
Well, hello, gentlemen. Staying out of trouble, I hope? I lost.
Yeah, you can say that.
Well,
Well,
more or less.
good.
I only had to throw in this life 3 times.
Can
I'm
Lola
sorry?
send a group?
What was that?
I said, can Lola send a group text?
Yeah, what are you sending?
We should leave.
Noel's just gonna send a text back. No shit.
I get no message
What happened?
because I'm not.
I'll let, we'll discuss matters when we get out.
Oh,
Is it life-threatening?
Possibly.
Noel's.
Meet you at the
Want to
door.
make a joke. I don't mean your love life.
We'll meet you at the door.
Noel's just gonna look at Penelope for a minute. Like, he looks up from his phone and then he looks back down. He's like, "Oh, sorry, Miss Lady. It's just my mom. She said the streetlights are coming on and I need to go home now."
Did you just call me Miss Lady?
Yes, I did, Miss Lady.
Lola is not your mom.
Miss Penny, I would like to apologize. I barely know this man.
Considering you were in his apartment earlier, I find it very difficult to believe.
No,
It's
he's
awful.
he's telling the truth. We've only known each other for a couple weeks. Let's just say
So, is there a truthful situation about this?
that is the truth. We have a mutual benefactor. We met a couple weeks ago. It was roughly probably like 6 or 7 weeks ago. When shit was going real crazy downtown and everybody was taking drugs and losing their minds and fighting the police. And we met back then. I helped Amit out in a tough situation, and he was just bringing by some cookies to thank me for it.
Pretty much, yes. That is exactly how it went down.
Have you informed Miss Prescott?
Miss Prescott was there, so she knows.
Ah, so she's the mother.
No. This is actually my mom. I was like gonna pull up a picture of like some random old like stock footage old woman on like Google on my phone. I'd be like, this is my mom. See, everything is fine.
The one that
I
you-
can see the
one-
watermark.
The one that you pull up is actually like the bodybuilding grandma, so she's like super buff doing a 400-pound deadlift. And yes, it has a watermark on it.
Why did I wake up this morning?
I ask myself that every morning, Amit. Anyway, are we done here, Miss Lady? Can we move on with our lives?
That really depends. Are you going to allow me to come with you? so that we can convene about this case that we are working on together?
You're a grown adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
You're also a grown adult, so why did you use the excuse of your mother?
Because when my mom says the streetlights are on and it's time to come home, I have to go home.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Miss Penny, you can, in fact, accompany us.
Glad to hear it. I would love to hear what you said about what you heard from Mr. Giovanni.
Now, you stay
I
away.
would love to hear.
You stay away from
Miss-
Mr. Giovanni. He's a good man.
I didn't say I was gonna do something to Mr. Giovanni.
I don't trust you or your associates. If anything happens to Mr. Giovanni, there will be a reckoning.
My associates, do you mean Mr. Ivan down there?
Yeah, I'm talking about Mr.
Yeah.
I'm gonna brandish a gun and kidnap your partner and, force you into doing shit you don't want to do. Yeah, that motherfucker. If anything happens to Mr. Giovanni, there will be a reckoning.
Well,
And y'all know I'm capable of murder. Y'all know I'm capable of killing, because clearly I've done it today.
Oh, so now you admit it.
Shush, Emmett. Shush.
I overheard that he is actually okay, so consider yourself fortunate on this one.
I'm always fortunate. That's why I didn't die when your buddy shot me years ago.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, of course you don't. And I'm just going to
I
get on the
truly
elevator. I'm just
do
going to
not.
throw up my hands and get on the elevator.
Is he always like this?
I honestly don't know. It wasn't like this 7 weeks ago.
I wonder what changed. Is Miss Prescott gonna be meeting us?
I think Miss Prescott has some more pressing concerns, so she might be a bit delayed. But I'll shoot her a quick text to see where she's at currently.
She's at by the door waiting for you all.
Yep, she's already there. So everybody is now in the lobby.
All right, Lola. Please tell me what happened. Why do we need to leave immediately?
Well, this is the first I'm hearing about this one. You're muted, babe.
You're muted.
Was there something else that we needed to do here?
I mean, there's still the matter of solving the case.
Yes, but I really think we should leave this building for now and talk about Return Anne another time.
I have a gut feeling that Kevin had something to do with this.
Kevin looks up from his magazine and just shrugs. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Kevin is fine. He's just the secretary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's okay.
How
Bad. I need to
convenient.
No, is this
Kevin,
why you do not have a secretary?
Oh, I have a secretary. You guys just ignore her all the time.
Well, how about we?
She is a sweet lady.
Could you schedule us in, Kevin, for another visit?
Yeah. I mean, you can come in any time. You don't need an appointment. Unless you're trying to see the director.
Yes, I want to see the director again.
Oh, okay, hold on. And he goes through the book. How about noon tomorrow? He's open then.
Yeah, noon tomorrow is fine.
Pardon me.
You okay there, Miss Lady?
Sorry, it must be the pollen from the plants or something. I find myself sneezing every time I walk through this room.
That is kind of a concern. I would imagine that a retirement home like this would try to avoid any sort of allergens.
Well, yeah, especially since these plants are fake.
He is
Dust.
correct. These plants are actually fake.
Must be the dust then.
Hey, Kevin, how much you make yourself useful and you dust in here? Come on.
They don't pay me enough to dust.
They're not really paying you at all, are they?
You know, you finally not hangry?
Hey, Kevin, do you want a better paying job?
I mean, yeah, I'd like to be paid more than $12 an hour.
I will pay you $15 an hour to come be my receptionist. Here's my card. Think on it, and we're gonna go ahead and head out. I also
Really consider if you want to be dealing with those hangry episodes every day.
we have great medical benefits. 401k. I match your 401k 2%.
I'll have to think about it.
It's just in the background, like, don't fucking do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, where do you step out now? Because I have another appointment, and Lola will just kind of usher people to leave.
Lola, as you're pushing everybody out the door, you enter right back into the lobby from the opposite end.
Well, now.
Kevin, Kevin, buddy, what just happened? Who did we just lose?
Ahmed.
And it switches everybody around again.
Hey, Shock, apparently you're the GM now. Run the game.
So I don't know what happened on my end.
It just switched out and then Shock, so.
Lola's going to ask Kevin how to leave the building.
Am I feeling overwhelmed?
I mean, we all are.
Yeah, it would be like, Kevin, you mentioned something earlier. And I'm just not thinking. Did you see any of us move just now?
No, you guys have been standing right here.
So I offered you a job, and then I turned to walk out the door, and we've just been standing here?
Yeah, it looked like you guys were doing some sort of group huddle.
Okay. Something's not right here.
Did Alexi and Ivan leave earlier?
They have not left yet.
Have you seen them at all
Are they still
before
in
us?
the lobby?
Sorry, one more time, Fail.
Has he seen them at all before we came down? Like before we were talking to him about leave, and going to leave. Did Alexi and Ivan come down here at all? You haven't seen them?
Not yet.
Do you have
Were you able to
access to the
call-
cameras?
No, we have a security room, though.
I was just wondering if you could tell us what floor they were on.
Like 5th or 6th floor?
And one last question, Kevin, before, and I'll leave you alone after this. Do you know if there's security cameras on the 13th floor?
13th floor?
Yeah, we were just talking to some of the residents up on the 2nd floor, and they mentioned, that there was a 13th floor.
I don't know anything about a 13th floor.
All right. And you said the cafeteria is just down this hall, right?
Yeah, straight down the hall, all the way to the back.
Okay. I'm gonna. If you guys want to join me in the cafeteria, I'm just gonna head that way, and I'm gonna walk towards the cafeteria as I'm writing down notes from what Kevin just told us.
Does anybody want to look beyond the mist here?
I would
Yeah.
gladly like.
Yes.
Would love
Roll
to.
plus mythos.
Okay, how do I do?
What counts as plus mythos? I'm sorry.
Your mythos themes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wait. I don't know. I guess I'll try that one.
8. I believe I calculated correctly.
I've got a 6.
Jesus Christ. You have a +1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Amit?
Looks like he might have froze. Are we all froze? Nope. Lola's good. Meg is good. It looks like, yeah, I think he froze on us.
Whoa. Might be having a connection issue.
Could be why you got kicked.
Oh, shit. Did the director get him? Where's the director right now?
The director is currently in the medical bay.
Is he, though?
Mythos?
What was that, Lola?
It's against the Mythos, you said?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
plus Mythos.
I don't know if I know how to do that.
Yes, sir. Yes, you did.
A little bit of technical difficulties here, folks. Sorry.
I'm so confused right now.
Why is that?
I'm just trying to figure out what to roll.
For this role?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out the Mythos.
You have 2 Mythos themes,
Okay.
so it'll be +2.
All right. Wait. Just reload.
Just filling it in with our lovely enigma.
Yeah, I feel like it would probably just, with all the, until he can get back in,
There
and then
we
I can
go.
just
Yeah,
turn it off if I need to.
that's
So
fine.
I got 8 plus 2, that's 10.
All right. How you doing there, Shock?
Trying to get back up and running here. Give me a second.
Yeah, you're fine. Did you happen to do your roll?
No, not yet. I was
right.
asking what was the math involved in there because
It's plus Mythos, so it's plus however many Mythos tag or themes you have.
all right. That's gonna be a +2. So that's an 8.
All right, so I have 2, and then Noel, yours was
A
how
6.
much?
A 6.
Okay. So Noel, you don't see anything. However, the rest of you, Kevin is a sleeper. He does not have any gifts whatsoever. You also notice that the mist here is very, very strong. Everything that you're seeing seems to be just heavy with mist. Hold on, I actually have a thing I can read. There is nothing beyond the mist. Nothing. Almost as if the entire area has been scrubbed clean or the mist itself has become impenetrable. That in and of itself should be alarming to someone accustomed to peering through it.
Have any of y'all seen this before?
Not to this level, no.
I see nothing.
Any idea how to get out?
Either we wait it out, or we try to figure out what's causing the mist to go crazy and get rid of it.
I think it was-
If you're just trying to leave, then I think the mist is the least of your concerns. It's more finding the cause of what's causing this loop.
I think it was the orderly.
Which
No, it's-
orderly?
The orderly that just
The one
decided
you-
to start bleeding.
I think they're trapped
Mhm.
rifts here, and I don't know if they're stealing powers or what in the medical wing.
What do you mean?
Trapping rifts.
Stealing powers. What are you
I don't know.
on to, Lola?
Well, there's rifts in the medical wing under sedation right now. Several of them.
Lola, is your bodyguard outside?
They should be.
Yeah, could you just call bodyguard and have him come in?
I'll call one of them in. If I can't leave, I'm going to need the rest of them to take care of my kids.
I mean, I don't think we need all of them in here. I just want to see if we actually see him come in here or not.
All right. And she's just going to send a text out asking her bodyguard to come help.
One of your guards does come, and he walks right up to the front desk, goes, "Hey, my boss just sent a message. Can you point me to him?" And Kevin points back to you guys over by the cafeteria.
All right. Now, tell him to get the fuck out of here. I want to see if he stops at all on his way out.
If he could get her second tablet.
I guess it was a false alarm. Thanks, man. Sorry. And he heads out.
Interesting. All right, thanks, Lola. All right, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. I need a bottle of alcohol.
We're not setting the place on fire.
No, listen.
Hey,
We start a fire. If we start a fire, they have to evacuate the building.
And what if we cannot leave?
They don't have a choice but to let us leave if we start a fire. They've got to evacuate everybody.
Or they could write us off and say we stepped behind for whatever reason to get rid of us.
If we're here because they want our riffs, I'm pretty sure they'll let us step out.
How about we go check the 13th floor first?
Can I start a fire on the 13th floor?
Do you need the alcohol or not? Or should I just drink it right now?
I mean, if you've got alcohol we can drink, I will gladly take a shot.
Lola just kind of shows her purse, which has a bunch of little bottles in it.
Got
Her Starbucks.
Lola,
those little 2-shot shooters.
my friend, I know you're going through a hard time. When we're done here, I think we need to sit down and just have a talk, because I'm a little worried that you're carrying a purse of nothing but alcohol.
Well, I have my phone and tablet in here and a charger. And she pulls out a random mint. See, it's not just alcohol.
All right, as long as you've got a mint in there, we're okay. I mean, look. Miss Lady, Lola, do you think we should attempt to go to the 13th floor?
How many times are you going to make me repeat myself? My name is not Miss Lady.
Well, that's beside the point. Answer the question.
There is no 13th floor, no.
Okay.
I don't know what you heard from any of the residents, but you have to remember this is an elderly care facility. Some of these people experience delusions, dementia, Alzheimer's on a regular basis.
Did, did Emmett crash again?
Yep.
Oh, oh no. Poor Emmett.
Yeah, because I need Emmett to back me up here.
I think somebody mentioned a 13th floor to Lola too.
Trying to think back. Did anybody mention the 13th floor to Lola?
I thought they did. I thought,
Was it somebody in the dance hall?
yeah.
Yeah, Wendy.
So Lola could back me up on this 13th floor. So what are you trying to
Yeah.
hide, Miss Lady?
I'm not hiding anything. I've been coming here for years. And
Have
the
you
only
ever-
people who talk about a 13th floor are the elderly who, like I said, are experiencing some kind of mental distortion.
Well, your boy, who we were here to investigate, somehow wound up on the 13th floor and then decided to go bungee jumping without a cord. So...
There he goes. And there he
He
is.
returns.
Also, I want to say that the director is Tabitha's father.
Oh, that explains this picture. And I'll hand the picture to Lola.
This is her graduation picture.
I'm guessing this is somebody that you know.
Yeah, my ex. We went to the same school.
She's my supplier. I don't want to talk about it.
Also, my
Mhm.
personal doctor, who I'm trying to find another doctor right now.
Well, that seems like a lot to unpack.
Yeah. So, I don't know if the director is part of this. I didn't get to look at the enough files. I just know that there's to mention like the gatekeepers, and just tell them what she saw in the med bay. I wanted to do this outside because I don't know if they're listening, but we can't leave.
I mean, it's safe to assume that they're listening. If we're stuck in a loop here, they're probably listening.
Yeah, and I need to go home to my kids. So please, whoever's doing this loop, just let us out. Thank you.
Yeah, mister, my mom texted me. She said the streetlights are coming on, and it's time for me to come home now.
Amit and Lola, you both hear 13th floor echo through the halls. You're the only two that can hear it.
So I guess we do go there. The elevator or stairs?
Go where?
13th floor.
The 13th floor that doesn't exist?
Yeah, but if it doesn't exist, then we're not going anywhere. So let's go. If it doesn't exist, it's not going to hurt us, right?
Yeah, that's... Well, I'll put
Honey,
it...
have you dealt with the mist?
Yes, I have, but we need to go there, I believe.
I'll put it this way. The 13th floor doesn't exist as much as that orderly just started spontaneously bleeding. And then I'll go get on the elevator.
That's blatant admittance. And there was a
Yeah.
camera right there.
So yeah, Ahmed gets into the elevator.
Well, I mean, if someone was in charge of this building and did not want more people having tragic straw accidents, they would let us out. I'm just saying.
There was no tragic straw accident. He spontaneously I just said that he was spontaneously bleeding.
Okay, if we don't want more spontaneous neck bleeding, then
Mhm.
we're going to need to leave this building. The longer this we're in here, the more likely that will happen.
All right. I'm not quite sure I believe you, but
And I'm just gonna kind of like,
okay.
I'm like gonna kind of like side eye Penelope as I like stand next to Lola and I slip a vial into Lola's hand.
Lola very discreetly slips that into a pocket.
Oh shit, y'all got dogs here?
The therapy animals.
There's a puppy ward? Nobody told me there was a puppy ward.
We can go take a visit to the puppy ward after we deal with this. And this is one of the reasons why I didn't want you burning the place down.
Oh, you wanted to protect the puppies. Gotcha. Okay.
Makes more sense.
I should get a puppy.
As
When
you
I get
guys as you guys exit the elevator, there should be a door here to the outside, to the roof, to a fire escape, but there isn't. The stairwell that leads to every other floor in the hotel just suddenly ends. The paint is old and chipped, the dust long settled and undisturbed. Almost. At the very edge, there's a wall and a set of footprints that leads through.
I'm
So
starting
can
to
we-
get very serious vibes that we should have a ball of yarn before we go any further.
I have some thread in my bag. And it's her bag, and it's like embroidery thread. Wound up with cinch pin stuck over it so it doesn't unravel.
That should do. I heard that some techs called this floor a bit of a labyrinth, and given the mist is going haywire, I'm not going to be surprised if we see a bull in there.
A bull?
Minotaur. Bull.
Ah.
Should we maybe go gather the other two before we go in here, or are we just gonna go wandering off without Dumb and Dumber?
They do have superior firepower.
We'll put a check to see if there's a signal.
There is no signal.
Well, we're up here. I think we should just go for it. I don't know if we'll be able to get back here.
So real quick, I'm going to have you guys roll and investigate, whoever wants to.
Somebody that's good at.
Let me look. What tags can I add to this?
There's an 8 total.
It's an 8 for me as well.
Penny, what were the tags that you were using?
I used tracking.
Okay.
Like a spider catching flies.
Okay. All right. So between the two of you, you have one question each, right? Or, yeah, because you each had one tag. So, ask your questions.
Where do babies come from?
What the fuck?
The stork, right?
Darling, I
There's a-
believe you've been with enough women to understand.
Just call your husband, say you want a kid, and then they just show up at your door.
Yeah, it's like Amazon.
Well, are we rolling an investigation check on a mysterious wall that it looks like someone had walked through? I'm trying to think of a good question for that.
I mean,
How old do the prints
I
look?
mean, snarkily, he wants to look at Penelope and be like, "Look, do you see that there's a 13th floor now?"
I think you can be snarky, but use your question for something else.
Yeah, like how fresh are those? Like how undisturbed or disturbed does the dust look? Like, is it recent? Has that dust been building for a while? Does it look like people have been walking through here frequently? Like, can we tell if anybody's been through here like before we got up here?
From what you can tell, there are the one set of footprints that lead through the wall are primarily from that of Ivan, or not Ivan, Igor. You know this because you know that for some reason, one reason or another, Igor had been through here. There's only one set of footprints that lead from the elevator to that wall.
Is it because Igor has his name printed on the bottom of his shoes?
No. And here's the other clue I'm going to give you. You know that there is a camera here that is not a regular camera.
Oh, hey, look, that's not a regular camera. Anybody? No? I guess I'm the only one who notices that.
Well, once he
it's
points it out, do we notice?
What you see looks kind of like one of the standard old school panning cameras. However, looking at it a little more closely, you notice that it's giving off a weird haze.
Huh. Uh-huh. Hey, Lola, can I
Apparently
borrow
EG
that mint?
Apparently,
Yeah.
EG Critical is all about lighting this place on fire, too.
Yeah, Lola digs through the alcohol bottles and hands you a mint.
Okay. So I throw the mint at that camera. Does it hit the camera or does it go through?
It hits the camera, but you can hear that the camera is hollow.
Huh. Huh. Miss Lady, did you have any questions about this situation you were going to ask?
Oh, I was looking for the sign of anybody else on this floor. As far as I can tell, there's nobody.
I wish Bear were here.
Look, if somebody is watching, just let me get home. I have kids to take care of, please.
All right, this is going long enough. I'm just gonna go walk up and where the footprints walk through the wall, he's just going to just straight kick it like he's trying to break down a door.
You pass through the wall.
Oh shit!
Well, I guess there's nothing left to do but follow that example. Unless, like you said, we want to go find Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Lola goes through the follows. She's not even going to try to find.
Noel is like walking like he's going to go through the wall and he's just like, no, there's no 13th floor. There was never a 13th floor here. No 13th floor. As he goes through the wall.
Noel
It comes back through the wall like, I'm allowed to not know things.
Noel, as you're saying that, you actually hit the wall.
Ooh.
It's like that scene where Harry and Ron try to run onto platform 9 3/4. You just kind of face planted into the wall.
Oh. How's your nose, dear?
Oh, I'll be fine.
Lola, Emmett, on the other side of the wall, you hear the sound of a gun cocking as a man points it directly at your face. Says, "All right, I know what you're here for. Hands up right now."
Right.
And then put my hands up. Like a sip out my Starbucks cup and then put my hands up.
Testing the wall.
So yeah, but my hands are slowly going up as I'm getting back to my feet after I face planted for my failed kick the door down attempt.
Nice. Noel, I'm going to have you look beyond the mist for me.
Okay. Is there a particular one of my themes I should use for this?
No, it's plus mythos, so it's plus all of your mythos themes.
Oh,
So
so
the themes is +2.
6, 7, 8, 10.
Okay. 1 second. Let's see here. There it is. Okay. As you look beyond the mist, you hear thousands upon thousands of voices. Most of them are saying, "Help us. Help them. You must save them. They're killing us."
Done this before. Don't like this. Because if I remember correctly, didn't I hear the same sort of thing with the doctor in case 1?
No, this is different. Then you were hearing the souls of the damned that she was helping to pass over. This is something entirely different.
Well, either way, I don't like it. Not going on my playlist.
And hold on. Penny, as you try to look beyond the mist, something's blocking you. It's like something doesn't want you to see it.
Well, now, you are quite the fog, aren't you?
You tried touching the wall, and it's solid for you.
Hmm. No, are you having any difficulty trying to reach through? Outside of, face planting into the wall, making fun of me?
What? I'm busy listening to the screams of the damned, asking me for help. I got nothing else going on but people going, "Help us. Please help us. They're killing us."
What, you think people are trapped up here?
I think some people done died up here.
Well, then we probably need to figure out a way to get past this wall and get to your associates. Shouldn't we?
Do you still have that string? Didn't Ahmet have... Wasn't he holding the string? Or no?
We never established.
We never set it up.
So Amit and Lola, you guys are at gunpoint right now. What you're looking at is a man in a gray trench coat, wearing a fedora. It's very difficult to see what his features look like other than it just kind of looks gray. He's holding up a pistol. What was that?
Is it Wednesday?
It is not Wednesday.
Is it Thursday?
Is it Sunday?
No,
But it is Sunday.
it is Sunday. He reaches for a radio and says, "I got breaches on the 13th floor. Looks like they're trying to get onto the roof access. 2 more in the hallway. Send units immediately."
Look, is this going to take long? I need to get home.
Oh, it won't take too long at all.
Are you done holding a gun to my face? Because I'm really over this right now.
See, what's going to happen is we're going to take you down to the medical center, strip both of you of your powers, and then send you back into society
Okay.
along
Right.
with your friends.
Yes.
Right. And
And you've done this with other people, you said? How many others?
Listen, you don't need to know anything right now. Let's just say by the time we're done, you won't remember this place. All right?
So you're gonna, I won't remember. So I can do what I want basically right now, and I won't remember it.
Yeah. Because once we're done, we're taking your powers and your memories.
So I can kick that gun out of your hand.
I'd love to see you try.
And there's a couple things I could do.
I wouldn't
This
try
isn't
anything. I'm going to shoot you if you decide to move.
I don't care if you shoot me. I've been shot before. It's not a big deal.
while he is distracted with Lola, can I go ahead and face danger to try and disarm this man of his gun?
This will be a go toe to toe.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna be using unpredictable moves and cat's claws for my bonuses, so that's +2. Oh. Oh fuck. That's a 14.
Well then. How many power tags did you have?
2.
All right, you get to choose 2 from go toe to toe.
Crap, I'm trying to remember what things I could do with toe-to-toe.
Achieve your goal, give them a status, or gain a superior position.
Well, I'm gonna go achieve my goal, which was getting the gun, and I'm gonna go with achieve a superior position, with me now pointing said gun at him.
He looks at you, goes, "Seriously? You think a gun's gonna stop us?"
I was gonna stop you from taking my powers, and my powers are gonna stop whoever's gonna come after me.
Oh, buddy, this ain't over yet. It is at this point that Noel and Penny, the wall drops.
The wall drops, huh? Hey, there was a wall there once.
Ain't no more, and there's a man with a gun.
That there is.
Yeah, he said, yeah. And I told him, go ahead, do it. I can deal with it.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing with that gun?
Keeping us alive. What the?
I'm gonna need everybody here to face danger for me.
I face danger every day I wake up.
Man, I'll face danger. I don't care who this guy is. What do I roll for face danger?
Any tags that would be for trying not to get killed?
Oh, so
Can I make up a
one,
+7 tags that take get killed? So I have +7.
No.
Can I do that?
3. All right.
I
4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 10.
Okay.
Alright, so I can make an argument for 3 power tags for avoiding getting killed. And I'm gonna need all 3 to get to a 9.
Okay.
Will Queen of the Underworld help with this?
You'll have to argue it.
Just avoiding getting shot at some point?
I mean, yeah, you've probably avoided being shot before, given your possession. So, oh well.
I can't think of anything else. I mean, I'm not scared of getting shot, but
Would you allow here for the fight?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so that sewing bracer. Maybe not eye for an eye in this case, but with those two, it would bring it to a 9.
Okay. Between the two of you, let's see here.
I have a
Emmett,
10.
you have a 10. Emmett, you said you had a 9?
Yes.
Okay. So, Emmett and Penny, you both have a tier 2 mist sealed.
Oh shit, I forgot hide the pain. Oh well.
Oh shit, that's not good.
You feel very heavy, and you almost feel like you're being weighed down with heavy chains. As this man throws his hands forward, and you watch as the room fills full of gray mist. And that is where I'm ending tonight's scene. Yeah, I left you guys on a cliffhanger, didn't I?
The beginning of combat too.
Oh, yeah.
And I just realized
Yeah, you're fine. So is Noel. So now that I can actually see the overlay, we're gonna go ahead and do our outros with everybody here, starting with Janie directly below me.
I don't like outros. And that was my outro saying I don't like outros.
You don't have anything you want to plug?
Babe, don't you have cold hands, warm hearts in a couple weeks?
I
Right?
think so.
Like things you want to plug?
And remembering stuff. I have games like Cold Hands, Warm Hearts.
All right. All right. Well, I guess next up is Shock Point Failure.
All right. So, hi. Yes, I'm Shock Point Failure. I've been playing Amit Moreno. So, things I would like to plug, seeing that I'm going to have to just start off this train. Tomorrow, I'll be streaming on my own channel, Shock Point Failure. Can't miss it. I'll be playing the new Dead Space. Powering through that after I finally got past the first sticking point. That damn tank of a monster turns way too damn fast. Then, after that, we have Rewind Wednesday, where I'll be playing the original Resident Evil 4 for reasons.
Did you get that chibi anime version?
I have
The directors.
seen a couple clips of that chibi anime version. But moving right along. So, after those two, then this Saturday, the 1st of April, right here on Singularity, will be another session of my game, Speakeasy Conspiracy.
And 100% suggest going to watch that. It's a great show.
Of which Janie is also a part of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Janie.
Yes.
Okay, yes, I am.
Yes, and your zero self-preservation instinct. But I think that wraps it up for me in the foreseeable future. So I'm going to pass it on over to Fail.
Hey everybody, I'm Fail Prime. I am one of the 3 founding members of Singularity. I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out as we take an adventure into a weird old folks home where I nearly killed nearly killed an orderly. I do not eat the elderly. I just want to make this perfectly clear. Noel does have standards.
He just arms them with vampire blood.
Hey, that old man was badass, and he's gonna save us, okay? Anyway, like I said, I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out with us tonight on Singularity. We've got all sorts of things in the works. We've got some more stuff planned. You know, if you joined us for Tim Allen Killed a Guy, we've got another episode of that coming up here in the near future. We've got an Avatar: The Last Airbender project in the works. We have a Henshin project in the works, and we've got a D&D 5e campaign that'll be coming up here pretty soon. So go ahead and keep an eye out for that. We also have, of course, the great Speakeasy Conspiracies, of which both Shock and Janie are a part of. So please come check those out when those go live again. It was next Saturday, correct?
Yes, the first.
Yes. So on the 1st, please come check that out. And aside from that, I'm going to pass it along to Meg.
Hello, everybody. I'm Meg and/or Meg Mysteria. We got to meet the lovely Penny Hot today. And as far as what's going on, I can't plug much else for Singularity other than keep an eye out on our server and on our Twitter, because I will be posting more YouTube videos this week, so that you guys can catch up on all the things you may or may not have missed or just want to relive. Some of these are pretty good. All of these are pretty good. But as far as where you will see me next, I believe the next time will be the 16th, I want to say, of April for Frozen Rain. Neon Lights will have their schedule set up. And then at the end of April on the 27th for Last Transmission. And then, of course, we'll be coming back around for the last Sunday of next month for the lovely Breaking Neon. And we'll just throw this right back up to our Master of Ceremonies.
Hey guys, my name is Alan. I have been your MC for tonight. I am a professional game master and game writer under Panopticon Creative. I recently just released a new case for City of Mist called Till Death Do Us Part, which this group will actually be playing sometime in the near future. Things that you'll see from me here. I see little hands. Things that you'll see, something that you'll see from me here soon is not just Breaking Neon at the end of the month on Sunday. You'll also see a new game that I'm coming out with called King's Gambit, which I believe almost everybody here is also in. It'll be a nice spy thriller / apparently Fast and the Furious meets Spy Kids game, because why not? And then I believe we're also doing Henshin and what else? I know there's a few things that we got going on. And more goat yoga. Okay, of course, we have more goat yoga. Also, feel free to come back here as Jan Akers has his game for Pine Box on the 10th. That also looks like it's going to be a good time. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening.
And I think we're going to go ahead and throw a raid over to Table Top Notch. It looks like they are playing some D&D. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw a raid over to them. And yeah, let's show them some love.
Let's go raiding. Bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
See y'all.
Bye.